This is too important.
Continues. They'll probably go in front of the police department and chant in front of officers. Maybe even try to get them to kneel again. I should note, I was at the governor's daily briefing today. It was primarily about COVID-19, but he did touch on some of the unrest across the country and in Louisville. He told me yesterday that he does have a tentative plan to visit Louisville and talk with the protesters.
Because this is amazing, and you know what it is? It's because the people are truly hurt. That's why Hi, my name is Brianna. I'm a freshman, soon to be sophomore at Logan High School.
Say her name, Brianna Taylor. This Facebook Live.
A white boy coming up to me, calling me the N-word for no reason. But when I stand up for
much more tonight, LEX 18 News at 11.
I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong because I'm an aggressive black female. Because that's all that people see me as. Why do I have to stand here and fight for myself when there's a system that's supposed to claims to be fighting for me? Why am I always getting blamed? Why are they never in the wrong for saying the N-word? Telling me to go hang myself, go back to a plantation. Why am I in the wrong for that? wanted to say something. Then they wanted to be on our side. Do any of you look at the protest and not going to This was in November. We had to, we all have much choice because we wanted to protest because the school wouldn't do anything for us. They got the school board coming in to tell us how to because they didn't agree with what we did. We got in the school and they laughed at us and told us how to be out of our protesters because they didn't believe it. Because there's nothing wrong with organizing.
There's a man down right there.
Tell me why they fucking shot me. So white people, it's okay for them at our school to just do whatever.
And then a large group of demonstrators.
We all appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who's out here, by the way. You're supposed to be there for us. As black people, you're supposed to be there for us in our community, and I thank you for that. And we wouldn't be right here if it wasn't for people like you, trying to change the world, trying to make it more equal. So again, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me.
Will kill all the other plants. You can see a house and it'll be covered in ivy and you will say, oh my god, look how beautiful. And you find out that the ivy is actually grown through the foundation. Literally the only thing. No! It looks pretty from the distance, but when you get inside you see the ivy. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hopefully Atlanta is just blacking out because of that stupid meme.
For just being black. It's not fair.
They cleared out Atlanta protesters leaving. Oh, fun.
That man died because another stranger didn't know him and sat on his neck for 9 minutes. So just real fast, all of y'all, beautiful people, look at somebody right now, 9 different people right now, and tell them your name. Tell them who you is now. Tell them, everybody, tell them. 9 different people. 9 minutes.
Alright, let's try something else.
And y'all look at every person that y'all just met. Look at them. Smile with them.
We have tons of National Guard here. They're ready to start throwing the test gas, but people got scared. They may, however, regroup in another area. Yeah, Atlanta's been pretty interesting lately, I'd have to say. And they keep on cutting all the interesting shit when it's live.
I have a pass.
Oh.
I have a pass. A really bad pass. Okay? I'm uneducated. I don't have a
Hello, gentlemen. Sorry, I didn't see you.
Oh.
It doesn't define me.
Oh.
It doesn't make me. It doesn't break me.
Oh, yeah.
1 second, please.
What up,
Yeah.
Salt?
Not much.
Bob?
With everything that I'm telling y'all, kids, everything that I'm telling y'all,
Is the
with
quality
my
of the mic
past,
clear, or is it
without an education,
too quiet?
would y'all know looking at me that I like composed music, I like Mozart? Would y'all know that? Could you ever assume that? That's all I listen to is composed music in my house? Would I never thought that? Would you? Me neither. But you gotta try something.
Hey, Odd, you're coming in kind of quiet. Are you using push to talk?
No, 1 second, let me just fix this.
Yeah, he said he needed a minute.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, my bad, sorry. I can't even hear.
You can't hear still?
I can hear you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me just adjust this.
So I say that to say this. It's a lot of stuff I want to cover in lacrosse.
Yeah, so I didn't check your stream yet. I'm gonna pop it up in a second. I just wanted to kind of send some links to get shit started a little bit.
Right then.
Oh yeah, I saw the story you sent. Prepared to invoke Insurrection Act. So Donald Trump has the sole authority to invoke the Insurrection Act, and if needed, he will use it. What exactly is the Insurrection Act? Let's see, hold on. The 1807 federal law allows the president, in dire circumstances, to deploy military and federalized National Guard troops inside the country to suppress civil disorder, insurrection, and rebellion. Oh, yeah.
It is not in effect right now.
No, but he's considering it, is what it's saying. And
pretty much.
When Trump throws it out there, it usually
like
happens.
Mr. Burns, remember how we have like the button that says hounds him? He's got his finger on that hounds button.
The man is tempted to let all hell break loose and pretty much, well,
Yeah, it's all fucked up.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
if I my apologies if your show or your thing is if I can't curse.
Oh, go for it. I don't give a shit.
Courthouse grounds migrated outwards. And with that,
Anyway,
that's where the biggest change came. Maybe
Mostly
about
young
20 to 30
people?
minutes passed,
So,
people were
Reg,
kind of just
how you
moving
doing?
around, but it was unclear what was happening at that
I'm
point.
doing good,
But then
man.
at one
I
point,
kind of wanted you
some of
to
us were
come on
actually on the
the
south
show
side
so
of the
you could
county
kind of like
courthouse when we
hang
saw
out,
riot
because it's
police
really
coming up
good
the south
guy,
side of the square,
we've been getting
walking
up
side by
here
side,
every
walking
night
through,
and just
preparing to
kind
clear
of
the sidewalk, clear the
watching the
area,
world
and we
burn,
were
so to
standing
speak.
maybe a
And
foot, no exaggeration,
Yeah,
everybody's
where
just
the
kind of
canisters, the
saying their
smoke
piece
canisters
about
started to
it.
fly. In
But
fact, one of our crew members
yeah,
got
if you got
hit in
opinions
the
on it,
shin
man,
with it.
like
So
we'll hear you
essentially, they were
out. I
flying
think
around, and you would see the canisters,
you
you
might
would
get
see
a
the
little
flash when they
discourse
would hit
for
the
it, but
ground.
it's
You would see them
nothing
hit
too
the ground,
bad.
and you'd see the smoke
Well,
deploy
I'll just
from
put
them.
it this
So
way.
then the
Look,
crowd starts running. The crowd starts running north,
there's
running
people who
behind me,
have
kind
the
of
right
in this
intentions.
general
There's people who
direction.
don't have the right
And we
intentions.
were running as well,
I
to be
see
honest
this
with you, because we
as
didn't know what direction those
those
canisters
who are
were flying
looting.
next.
You know, you're
So
either
we
doing
moved
it
up.
for
We
a
weren't
cause,
necessarily with
or
the
you're just
crowd.
doing
We
to
were
take advantage
separated
of the
from the crowd,
chaos
but
and try to
we ended
steal.
up running over here to where I
Okay,
now
like
stand.
I understand
By the time
why
I got over
people
here,
are
what I
reacting
witnessed were
as
a
it
number of
is,
state troopers, and they're
but
actually
there
all
are
the way.
people
They're right
out
now on the
there
south
who are
side of
just
the
taking
square.
advantage of the
A
situation
line of them,
for
maybe
their own
6 or
benefit and
more
causing
state
more
trooper
chaos
vehicles came
towards
through, and
family-owned
all of the
businesses,
protesters
their own
that were
community, and
running
destroying your own
down this
community.
west side of the
That's
square started
my
throwing
only
items at
disagreement
the
is
state
about
trooper
this entire
vehicles,
thing
started
is the
throwing
fact
water
of
bottles and
destroying
whatever they had in
your
their
own
hands
people.
at the state trooper vehicles. At the
That's
same
just
time,
it,
Compared,
too.
Huntsville police
Like, the
officers
longer
showed
these go
civilians
on,
on
the
the west
longer
side
the
of the
small
square.
businesses are
So
going to be
on top
affected.
of that, it started
After all the COVID
pepper spraying the
stuff, it's just
crowd,
making it worse.
started with long-range OC
yeah,
spray
it's
that would
just
extend feet
pretty
in
much
front of
we're
them, and they were
topping it all
extending.
off.
They were spraying
We're
the
adding
crowd if
more
they
fucking
could.
cheese
So
into
people
this
started running again. So there
Parmesan
was a
fucking
mass exodus of
chaos
people.
to the
People
point
just
we're gonna get
running
a
as
heart
far as
attack,
they
and that
can.
heart attack's gonna be the
And at
National
the same
Guard
time, more canisters
starting to
were
fucking
being
come in
deployed along this west
and
side
break
of the
things
square.
down. That's
As
how I
that
see
was
it.
happening, the
Yeah.
riot police had made their way around this corner. They're walking elbow to elbow down this side of the
Yeah,
square
so
here.
Salt, I think
And since
Odd is
then, once
over
they kind of
on
got to this point,
West
kind of on
Coast,
this west side of the
so
square, right
Are
before
you?
the
it's a whole
entrance to
different
Madison
side of
County
this
Courthouse,
there.
they were deploying even
Uh,
more of the
yeah,
canisters.
I
So
mean,
the
I
canisters were being
recently moved out
deployed
of
every couple
California
of
due
feet
to
all
just
the way down
some personal
Jefferson
things,
Street,
and
which is also a
I
west side
ended up
square.
just
As
moving to
people
Arizona.
ran down there, people were
And
running up the
so I
stairs of the
haven't
parking
really
garage trying to
seen
get to
much
their
of the looting
cars,
because, you know, I
and
stay the
the
fuck
riot
away
police
from,
just kind of came in waves.
you
There
know,
was one
highly
main wave,
populated
but then
areas,
there was another
especially
wave
when the
behind them.
coronavirus was going
So
on.
at this
Right.
point, a lot
So
of
I
people
didn't
were
as
frustrated. In
much
fact,
go
there are
out
some of the
as much,
city
and
bikes, the pace bikes that are
looking at
on the
what
sidewalk
everyone was
here. As
doing, you know,
people were running
especially
from the riot police,
at the
they were
time, everyone
kicking
was
some
still
of the
going
pace
out,
bikes out
still
of
getting
frustration.
infected,
But some other people came
and
up
seeing
behind them
how
and said,
people are
"Stop,
going out
stop.
to
That's what they want
protest,
us to do.
and
Don't
then they
kick
get
the
stuck
bikes." So
in
they
the
stopped,
mix
but
with
it
the
might have
rest
been
who just
maybe
want to
3 to
fuck
4
things up.
people that were kicking the bikes,
You know, I
and
didn't
others
want to.
stopped them and they kept
I
on running.
honestly just
So
stay
as
away
far as
from
I can see
Phoenix
right
or
now, there
from
are no
downtown
protesters
Phoenix.
out here. You see some law
So, you know, I
enforcement,
just go into
you see
small
Huntsville
areas where
police,
they
you
have
see some
groceries,
Madison
and
County
I just
Sheriff's
get my
deputies,
shit and go
and you
home.
see some state troopers that
I don't,
remain
you
parked
know,
on the south side of the square
I'm
in
not
front
here
of
to
Cotton Row and Commerce Kitchen.
join the party.
But there's no one else out
My
here.
dad
They
actually lives in
completely blocked
Mesa,
this area.
so
Every side of the square is completely blocked
And
off.
it,
We'll continue to keep you updated with everything that's going on. But for now, live in Huntsville, I'm Siobhan Bryan, WHNT News 19.
Yeah, this isn't what I
Siobhan, thank you.
expected.
And
I
we do
mean,
know some of those
I thought
protesters
2020
had
was just going to
left
be another
the
year
courthouse
where I was
square
just
and
going to
headed
kind of
back
make a
down to
meme of
Detroit Park
being
East.
Prez,
That's
and
where I believe
that
we're
was going to be
seeing
that.
some of the
But
protesters
I'm on a
now
completely
heading
different
Spring Park
side now.
West.
right.
Most of them have continued to disperse
You know, it's
as law
like
enforcement pushed forward
in the like
through the
small
square and through the streets of
small
Detroit.
Wisconsin towns bordering Minnesota is like nothing's changed. Everyone's just sitting back and grilling and relaxing.
yeah, honestly, like,
For sure.
dude, I just turned 21 this year, and
What
as
a
much as I want
time
to go
to...
to the bar,
Oh, fuck, dude. That would
as much
suck.
as I want to go to, as much as I wanted to go, man, you know, I started to realize, and like I realized, like I can, I'll drink. Like, I'm not going to a bar to like meet dumbass people out there.
And again, as
And
Siobhan
especially
had
what's going on
mentioned,
now.
the
And like, I feel like if I
NAACP
go to
rally
a
against
bar
police brutality
tomorrow,
had ended at
I'm gonna
6:30.
end up
Many of
in
the folks
a
in
rally,
attendance
or just somebody's gonna
wanted to
break through the
march
fucking
onto the
window.
courthouse square.
God, I do
And then
feel
just get
bad
my
for your
drink.
generation. Like, I've had 9 years of being able to drink of age, so
that and dispersed.
You
Even
know
law
what?
enforcement officers told the
I'm not
crowd
being all
to go
boohoo
home.
about this bullshit.
And then
Not
around
that's not to
7:55 was when they
fucking
began
take
to
away from those
disperse
who are actually
the tear
being
gas
affected
on the
by it.
crowd.
To those
There's been some
who
talk that
are truly
maybe some
affected
people
by this
coming in
entire
from out of
pandemic
town,
and by the
whether they're
riot.
outside
Again,
agitators. We don't
hang
know
in
who
there.
was
Things are
who.
gonna get better, and
I can
hopefully
tell you there were
we can all
1,000
figure this
people,
shit
close
out.
to
But until
1,000
then,
people downtown. Are
just
they
stay
all
off the
local?
streets.
We don't know. There's no way of
Do
telling
what you gotta do.
unless
Right.
they start arresting people and they happen to have an address that's out of town.
But
But
Jesus Christ, when I heard
there
that
are
the
people
kids in high
that
school
will travel to wherever
were
they
graduating
need
at
to
fucking
make their
Walmarts
voices
and
heard,
Targets, I'm like,
and they're protected
that's
by
something that a
the
fucking
First Amendment.
local
They have a
baseball
right to
team
do
would be
that.
doing. Like, I was like,
But at
oh,
the
let's
same
just go into a
time, when
Walmart, to a
police
Pizza
tell
Hut,
you to leave,
and graduate and
then
give
if you
trophies
don't,
there.
you
I
can be
wouldn't
charged with
expect the
civil
actual fucking
disobedience
educational system
and of
to be
course,
a goddamn
inciting a
Walmart or
riot or
Target because
whatever.
of the pandemic.
It sounds
That
like
fucking surprised me.
corporate brainwashing.
Exactly.
And as far as we know, there have not
Heck,
really been
fuck
any
exactly.
injuries.
Like,
We
Jesus Christ, man.
did see that one young man who was down on the ground, helped up by some
It's a
Huntsville police officers
good
who took him
time to
over
be
to one of the
alive.
corners
We're all
and let him
here
sit there.
hanging
We don't
out,
know how badly he was
making
hurt
friends.
or what the situation
All right,
is, but
that's it. I
it's
just wanted that.
Keep
seemed to be
singing it,
quieted
motherfucker.
down
Just
in
kidding.
the last few minutes, and let's hope that it remains
Yeah,
that way
Stall,
for the
this is
rest of the
actually
night.
really cool
Absolutely.
for
And there
me.
was no one specific
Yeah.
incident
Because
from what we
Odd
have
Boy,
been able to tell and what our
he
crews
was
on the scene
like
have been able to tell
someone
that
I met on
led
YouTube
to
like back in
the
like
tear
I don't
gas
know
being deployed.
2016,
A precipitated
2017 when
gas
like the
law
fallout.
enforcement
4
officers
years
were
ago,
ready
dude.
for the
4
Right
crowd
on.
years ago.
to
Yeah,
disperse.
he's like one
So
of
when
the
they made the
first
call,
fans
they
that
did what
like
they needed to
encouraged
do
me to
to
like
try to
make more
disperse the
shit.
crowd, get
So
them to move.
he's hung
We don't know
around,
what's
so
going to
having him
happen
here
now,
right now
but
is pretty cool for me.
some of the crowd has
But
moved on to big
as
Good
you'll
deal.
see, he's pretty.
I'm assuming
Dude,
that they're going
like,
to
I
stay
saw
ready
your
for
shit
an
when you did
event.
for Cast, so
We're
when
going
they
to stay,
fucking
of
recognized your
course,
shit, I was
on
like,
top of the
holy
story
hell,
for you.
that
We're
Captain
covering it
Dickhead
on
thing you did back then was
WHNT.com.
like probably the
We've got
best
Yeah,
it on
that
fucking
was
shit I've
Twitter.
ever
back.
thought.
We're covering it on
Dude, that
Twitter. We
voice
have
was
been live
free back
blogging
then,
ever since
and
it
then they did
I
happened.
something
know,
to
And
of
the
of course,
course.
we're
website.
going to have the latest coming up tonight on
They had you pay
WHNT
for it,
News
and I
19
didn't
at
have the
10
money at the
as
time, and I was
well.
thinking about fucking
Thank
getting
you so
that.
much for joining
Yeah, it
us.
was called
Okay.
Will from Afar.
Will from Afar, yes. If you are a content creator, you just do text to speech bullshit, get Will from Afar. That's the best voice you can get. Or get Yoda, do something about it. I don't know any other fucking websites you can go get it from. That's legal, alright? Because, again, I like the bootleg, but not really. I don't
You're
know.
talking to a guy that has 20 terabytes of storage, so.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Well, nobody really dons the name Anonymous unless they've got like some fucking beef on their PC.
Yeah.
My PC actually isn't that new. I mean, GTX 1070 ain't a bad graphics card, though.
No, it's honestly, I'm gonna be honest. As much as I want to get on Pornhub for my fucking PC, I'm like, I don't want to destroy this damn thing. My brother made it for me. I don't want to destroy what he worked hard for and then have him come back, having to deal with the viruses.
Dude, I can only use like old PCs. That's like my problem. Is like they break, and then I'm like, oh man, I don't know how to use this new shit.
Really?
Yeah, I was making when I made all my shit. It was like the old Windows Movie Maker. I thought it was easy. I know it's glitchy and shit, but
You know, honestly, I have downloaded
Yeah,
an old
too.
Windows Movie Maker just because it's like one of the easiest video editing software there is.
well, it was just so easy to put music and GIF together, so I could just line everything up and like make a fake music video.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's how I started. I started with Windows Maker, then I used like this free video software. I didn't. It was only this video. It was a video software where you still had the watermark of the website that had it. And that was the one thing I hated. And then when my PC got built, I started using Vegas Pro, and I've just been doing that ever since. Aside from that, I haven't really streamed in a while. I've kind of been like doing music and narration stuff.
That's
So
cool.
it's like,
I got some music too, but I bought one of those keyboards, and they like bind to your computer, so I didn't
yeah,
want to use it because I wanted to have a good
digital.
computer to bind it to.
Oh, you mean the digital keyboards?
Yeah.
I want one of
Yeah.
those. Have a nice soundboard.
I
Yeah,
had
for
a
sure, with like drum pads on it and stuff.
Now you're talking.
dude, I might actually get that because right now I have a drum pad, I have a guitar, and a digital grand piano at the moment. So like
Oh, nice.
I just kind of been setting myself up with stuff lately. Aside from that, what's going to be the topic of today besides the apocalypse coming to America right now, or at least somewhat of an apocalypse? I don't think it's the end. I think it's just, you know, each generation has their, you know, history repeated and all that, because we already had a riot back then. And like, I'll put it this way, like back when Martin Luther King was assassinated, for like, I don't know how many days or I forgot how many days, but $47 million of damage was caused after his assassination nationwide because of the riots of his death. And looking at this, I feel like this is a repeat. I don't know if I might be wrong. You know, might need to get my facts straight again, because sometimes I talk out of my ass, but this is what I've noticed.
Did you say something was a repeat?
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed it. I was getting a feed up. Elaborate.
So as as people say, history repeats itself. You know how George Floyd was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty much kind of a repeat of like when Martin Luther got assassinated, and then people started rioting. It costed like $47 million nationwide because of the riots.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking I see this as a repeat where like people are gonna do the same thing. Might try to make it worse, or might just stop shortly. Who fucking knows? That's just what I see. I don't know.
I have never. I mean, this is unique to me. Like, I mean, the last big riot was L.A. in the '90s, or I mean.
Yeah, that too.
That I can think of, at least. I mean, I'm sure some of the history autists will go and throw some instances at me. It's like, sorry, man, I didn't know.
Well, if for the history artists who want to come after me, you can follow me you can come talk to me on Odd Boy Bobby fucking Discord. Come fight me, I don't really care. To be honest with you, sure, I went to history class, but you know, motherfucker's not gonna pay attention, even though I spent.
Rez, were you listening when that autist a couple nights ago was trying to like set us up or like gotcha us?
Was he?
Like, there's a guy trying to like basically turn us into child porn lovers. Like, it was Anti and me on together, and we just shut him the fuck down and kicked him out. Like, it was because he kept on saying he was 17, and we're like, seriously, how old are you? And he goes, on the internet, I'm 17. I'm like, that's not a fucking answer.
That's not fucking, yeah, like, what the fuck? Bryce had just said his audio might have glitched out. Okay. That is unfortunate.
We were the only two black people, not only in the entire school, of pre-K through 12th grade school.
I felt kind of accomplished, though. It's like, oh, I had my first, like, Spurg on here. It's nice.
Spurg.
Like Asperger's Spurg.
No, I kind of got what you meant, but it was just like, I haven't heard that term in a while. Like,
I watched a lot of Killstream, if you know what that is.
I think I know what you're talking about. Jesus Christ, there's Spurg, there was Spurg, and Pretard, I don't we had Pretard, Artard, back in the day, or Artard. I don't.
Artard. Isn't that a South Park?
No, that was an art / World of Warcraft.
Okay.
Back in the day, and then South Park kind of like, I don't know if South Park made it popular or they made it up, but
did they had to make up names in the chat for retard because they started blocking that shit? Is that what I'm guessing?
Yes, that's pretty much what it was. Oh man, the good old days. Good old days of.
I was a console person up till about a year and a half ago, and then I got this PC, and I just have been going crazy with it.
I've been trying to get back into PC. It's just because console's so convenient.
Right.
I
The
do love
PS5 looks dope.
it. It does. It does. The one thing that is fascinating about it is like the reaction everybody had when the logo for the PS5. It was like, what were you expecting? Were you expecting them to do like Roman numerals? Because that would have been cool too, but they would have probably roasted that still. If you're getting a PS5, you're gonna get, and if they decide to do PSV, it would pretty much be like the PS Vita. And I just dropped my other headset. God damn it. But
They have said, I thought they said that they're not planning on doing any handheld.
Yeah, I think they gave up on that.
Which sucks because I love the PlayStation handhelds, but I never owned a Vita because there wasn't really shit for games on it.
There really isn't. I have one. If you have a PS Vita or you're thinking about getting one, the only title I would go for would be Metal Gear Solid, the HD collection. And then what's convenient about the PS Vita is backwards compatible because you can also buy
What, the HD collection? Sorry.
Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, yeah, I never played those games, so I would like to do that one of those days.
Because
Although I was a PlayStation kid.
Same here. Let's see, for Metal Gear Solid, the HD collection, you get 2 and 3, which was to everybody, to all the fans of MGS, but that was the best thing. You know, I agree, but you're pretty much going to get those 2 games on Vita. As for backwards compatibility with PSP, you can also buy PSP games on it, actually. Oh shit, what happened?
He must have dropped. I'll bring him in when he comes back.
He must have been dropped. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, the prodigal son has returned.
I'm just trying to decide which screen to replace this link with. You said DC? Shit. Huntsville isn't. They already threw the flashbangs. It seems like it's quiet up there.
Really?
Oh, that was like I went live right away because they were throwing like smoke bombs and flashbangs and all that fun shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, otherwise, I would have put all 6 screens up before I went live, but it was just too good to not go live for.
Oh man, you always gotta go for the juicy stuff if you're gonna go live, man. That's what these people came for.
What I came for, Jesus Christ. Oh, but like as far as the Vita goes, I would be downloading all the like PSP Ratchet and Clank and Daxter games, right? Or, you know, like Jak and Daxter games.
Oh yeah, dude. I've been wanting to get back to that since I've been looking through the store.
Vita also has the trilogy on there too, so that's always nice to have on handheld.
Hell yeah, dude.
You're not really Black Cat. You're a nice and eloquent speaker.
Kind of wish they brought back
You don't like watermelon.
what was it called?
You're not really Black Cat. I've never seen you eat chicken.
It was that one racing game.
And I sat there in silence.
Oh, Jak X?
Racism is learned.
Not yeah, Jak X, but also Twisted Metal. You gotta bring that back. They have to bring.
I think I have the PS3 one, but I don't know if I ever played it.
Really?
I got a lot of PS3 games, like just in my back catalog. I just buy them on sale when they're like $2, you know, and just like, well, I've always wanted to play that. $2, fuck yeah! And then, I mean, the PlayStation Store has a lot of good PS3 sales if you're looking for them.
Of course. You could also go to your local flea market or swap meet.
Yeah, I mean the disc, yeah, the discs are cheap as hell.
They are.
But I have a 1 terabyte hard drive in my PS3.
Wait, what? 1 terabyte?
Yeah, I upgraded it myself.
Oh shit.
Oh, Prez left again. There you are.
Prez, can you hear us, buddy? We need your beautiful voice. We need you to be America's next president, man.
I don't see color. No. I need you to see color. I need you to see that it is beautiful.
And then there were silence. The cold, definite set.
It's okay, he's getting his dick sucked right now.
When a black person
Possibly.
Black is beautiful.
I mean, when you start
That
in
white isn't.
Cat in the Hat,
Doing what I had to do.
you definitely,
And I'll do.
Wait, what?
Definitely.
10 years of damage.
No, it's because I'm referencing because he has the picture of Spencer Breslin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm referencing.
Against white people. It's a celebration.
Just like, do I have like celebrities on my stream already? Fuck.
I was like, when I saw, I was like, no way, and I realized, oh, Brez is just this guy's fucking with me, but he's cool.
Yeah.
Brett. Oh man.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking for links.
No worries, we got some good links up right now.
All right.
All right. Cool.
Looks like.
You know, Alec Baldwin blocked me on Twitter once.
Say that again.
Alec Baldwin blocked me on Twitter once.
Nice.
I literally asked him. I literally said, and I tagged him into the post and saying like, Alec Baldwin calls his penis phallic Baldwin.
Like a couple weeks ago, before all this shit was going down. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up something here.
All right.
Wait, sorry if I cut you off.
Oh no, it's all good.
So this guy that I'm posting his Twitter link to, he followed me and then unfollowed me like a day later, and he's got 176,000 followers on Twitter. He's like a correspondent for like C-SPAN and some shit. Dateline.
He was
Is
also
that the
in
dude
God
that was like,
Not-
I give you permission to use my screen?
I don't think so.
Oh.
He also starred in God's Not Dead 2.
Never saw those movies.
I didn't either.
Oh, it's right in his Twitter bio. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's funny that he...
I wasn't making that up, dude.
No. I was just like, I wonder what I tweeted where he's like, I like that, and then he looked at my like Twitter history and he's like, probably too controversial for me, and unliked it. You know.
You know, you can't blame. Or, no, you can blame. You can blame them.
No, not really. No, absolutely not. But I'm just like, I got blue check marks noticing me. It's funny.
Jesus. Oh man.
I want a doll that has the same skin as me.
It's been a regular hoot nanny.
Right.
Yeah, it has been a regular hootenanny.
You could ask the elves for me.
Dude, last night Seattle was going nuts.
When isn't Seattle going nuts, my man?
But she's observant. And kids learn.
Did Louisville go down?
And it didn't take her long to realize.
Them umbrellas, man. Very formal.
The pink umbrellas?
Yeah, yeah.
Was I wrong, or are they like a sign of like Antifa violence and some shit?
I don't know. In my mind, I just pictured like the black and white umbrella, like the little checkerboard pat. Not checkerboard, but you know, it's like a wheel, like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Oh.
Totally.
The red, or like the red and white, right?
Yeah, yeah. Either the red, but they had a lot of the black ones and yellow ones last night.
Really?
It looked cool. They had them all set up like shields. It was like deflecting all the mace.
Imagine they just all form up into Voltron, or...
I remember like that 90s CGI Voltron that was on. That was a pretty cool show.
Like, they just get their umbrellas, they all synchronize, and all of a sudden they become a giant Antifa bot or something. I don't know.
Oh no, yeah, the cops were breaking the umbrellas afterwards because they were afraid that, you know, that umbrella was...
Oh yeah, like an umbrella's gonna be a weapon, hence James Bond fucking...
They're literally... They're breaking the umbrellas so they can pepper spray with impunity.
You know, you gotta do your daily dose of pepper spray, you know, that's really healthy for you.
Capsaicin at its finest.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, let's try, hey, let's go for some mace after that, huh? No?
Right.
Too soon? No.
Atlanta. Alright, I got another Atlanta.
Atlanta.
What if they just shot like a huge electricity ball?
Like what? Like Raiden in Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat?
yeah, it's like one of those the rings or those little spears that you touch and it shoots all those lasers out in different directions and it just stops every.
Honestly, if they got a cop who can control electricity, I'm honestly, I might challenge him, or I might just say,
Dude,
you know what, they won.
What if like when they do the insurrection order, like Trump sends one mutant to each city to like defend, and there's like, you know, Storm, and there's a Juggernaut, and there's like all these different. Like, he releases like the psychic class warriors.
Like, and they all have to be at a certain threat level if they're gonna bring.
Honestly,
like, mutants.
Have you always wanted Magneto's powers just to crush idiot drivers when they're driving around?
Or like push them away when they're gonna hit me.
Exactly.
I mean, I kind of want to Magneto's powers for a different reason, but hey, yeah, that's also good.
What's the other reason?
Let me just close my door.
Say what now?
No, I had to close.
He doesn't want to incriminate himself.
Like, let's say you're with some chick and she has a nipple piercing. She wants you to pull it, not pull it off, but like pull it a little bit. So if I had Magneto, I could just like slightly pull the ring. Or the
I like where your
piercing.
head's at.
Yeah, that's just let's say that's where it was. Let's just say that.
That could get fun. Just like I always think, like the Flash is like he can vibrate his body, like he could turn his dick into like the craziest dildo you could possibly think of.
Hey, you know what? He probably could. Or again, he uses. Flash has a lot more abilities than people think.
Oh yeah, totally.
If you think if everybody has a closed mind, like, oh, he can just be fast.
No.
Dude has a lot of advantages.
Yeah.
Dude has a lot of advantages than thing.
I agree.
If anything, if he said something dumb in a date and she leaves, he can literally go back in time and say something else. And if he fucks up, he can do it again and again and again. Though it may fuck up the time-space continuum because the fucking timeline will get fucked up. But hey,
it's his favorite pastime to fuck the timeline.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't.
Once I found out the Flash could time travel, I was like, oh, I'm in.
I wonder if he pisses off Superman each time he changes the timeline or something.
Well, all Superman has to do is reverse the Earth and shit.
I would pity the guy who dates Lois Lane after Superman leaves.
Like
he
that.
Comes in, like he...
I was gonna say like that argument in Mallrats where Wonder Woman's uterus would be the only one capable of birthing Superman's child.
Yeah, and at that point, if you're the next guy in her dating history, like, how are you gonna compete, dude? Like, how?
Well, I mean, you think Wonder Woman could snap your dick off like with her vag alone?
You know what? If I were to choose any
death by snoo snoo.
Death by snoo snoo. You're always gonna go for that.
Yay!
We went from political conversations to comic book perversion. But you know what?
Well,
that's how
leftist politics is all about genitals and getting them cut off and all that shit anyway. So why can't right-wing politics be about sexy women and their lovely vaginas?
Exactly. Well, I wouldn't consider myself a left or right. I'm just like.
Oh yeah, you get what I'm saying though.
No, I get what you mean. I'm just really here to pay bills and enjoy life. And hopefully, nobody's at my front door with a goddamn bat. Otherwise, you do what you got to do.
Don't care about the left or right. Just
yeah, it's easy to fall into that left and right paradigm, but really it's all bullshit in the end.
Dude, there's only like a couple wedge issues that you probably have that'll like make you feel left or right, but like overall, those wedge issues don't really determine much.
Yep.
O'Durden says, "Did you know we lost 8 years in the 1500s due to the calendar changes? I thought we lost like 400 years somewhere in like the 1200s or so."
Time's all messed up.
Right?
There's so many conspiracies about.
The one conspiracy that I'm actually a bit convinced about is the CERN, the Hadron Collider, which I feel
Yes.
that theory.
You a Mandela guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
What freaks you out about it the most? Is it the storms that appear?
I saw Chick-fil-A when it only had a C and not a K. I swear to fucking Christ.
Wait, it has a K now?
It has a K in Chick-fil-A. Yes. I swear to Christ it never, like, there was a universe that it didn't have a K. What?
Wasn't it just like CHIC?
Yes, that's... I made fun of it. I was like, huh, chic filet, you know?
Chic. Wait. I fucking noticed that too.
Because I made fun of it too because
O'Durden goes, what?
Huckabee was like all into Chick-fil-A, and I love Huckabee because his last name sounds like a bullshit bag of weed.
Oh, lacrosse went down, son of a bitch.
Oh man. I've noticed for me, for the Mandela Effect, I would say a lot of areas back in California.
I actually have a Mandela effect that I don't think no one else has noticed, and it involves the anime known as Zoids.
Zoids?
Yes.
Zoids. Of it existing, or if what it used to be?
Okay, so in the original Zoids, I remember the cockpit for the Liger Zero opening like the hinge in the back, right?
Yeah.
And then in Fusers, the hinge was in the front of the cockpit, like on the nose. And I remember Googling it and like basically the forum explanation was, oh, they're different Liger Zeros, they're different models or something. But now they both, in both shows, they open in the front cockpit, like the nose, the hinge.
Right.
And I haven't seen anybody else notice that.
So is it Berenstein or Berenstein Bears?
Now it's Berenstain.
Berenstein?
A with an A-I-N. Stain. Look it up.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Stain, like a shit stain on your box.
And I had a ton of those books as a kid, and it was always Berenstein.
Yeah, that was the first one where I was like, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
How could somebody come into my house and change something without me knowing?
C-3PO, that too. His arm.
You mean the leg? The silver leg? Actually, I remember that from childhood.
The silver leg, or one of his limbs.
Yeah.
They were different. I thought, from what I remember, they were both gold. But
well, yeah, they're actually I remember someone pointing that out to me when I first watched the movies, like early 2000s, and it's really easy to miss if you're not looking for it.
Yeah.
You know, I even convinced myself that I was just like crazy with the Mandelas because I went back to play old Atari games and I remembered them very vividly, but my imagination was just so vivid that the Atari games were really dumb, you know? It was just really simple, and they've always been that way.
Right.
But when you go back into my imagination and my memories, they can be more elaborate and more like animated. So I started thinking that maybe the Mandelas were just, illusions in my memories or something like that. But it's weird when you talk to other people and they're like, no, that never happened.
Right.
then you start to think back on it and you're like, well, how does this happen?
Christ.
It's probably the machine elves.
Well, I guess got a nice Vegas feed here on that subject. Hold on.
Have any of you ever like been in a...
Go ahead.
So there's been a couple times I believe that I don't believe this. Oh, okay. It's not that I believe it, it's just like these are just been strange encounters where I've had phone calls with people who somehow had transitioned into cyborgs, their voices, and I know it's probably the connection, but I just remember talking to somebody for like about a couple hours, and then their voice just like goes into this robotic type of thing.
I mean, a lot of that has to do with digital communications now.
Yeah, if you hang out all day, I remember I used to play Xbox Live a lot, and I used to take the headset off, and I used to have kind of like fever dreams with like the really weird kind of tinny noises from like the treble or something. It's weird, but you know how if you play Tetris a lot and you close your eyes and you see the Tetris pieces, I think when you stimulate your ears too much, like you still hear it. Like
I've been getting that over the last couple days wearing my headset so much.
Yeah, I've noticed. I feel like it could be that because I do sound design, you know, the music and all that, so it's like I gotta deal with the glaring fucking noises to the point where when I was editing like in the bass line in a project, it got so high to where it was like screeching in my ears, and I felt like, fuck, all right, let's put it down. I think it's probably because I'm having like hearing damage. Or
well, that and you were editing too, like animating. There was so many times I would spend like an hour on like just a little bit of work, but that's a lot of audio to sync up, and by the time you're done, you don't even recognize like English anymore. You're just like, oh, okay, good, the mouth works. So yeah, with editing, and I always hated it. Like if I had a music video that I wanted to make, by the time I was done editing, I hated that.
Back to the like universe discussion. You guys know anything about quantum computers?
Quantum computers.
Okay, so the quantum computer has this what they call qubit or quantum bit processor, and it has to run at like near absolute zero temperatures to function properly.
Right.
But the way a quantum computer works is it actually, when doing like a calculation or an algorithm or something, it allocates processing power to the same qubit in alternate universes, and that's how it processes so fast.
It almost like opens up the world of binary into like another set of like infinite and absolutely not.
Right.
So instead of 0 and 1, there's like -1 and positive. I don't, you know what I mean? It's hard to make a different 0, but it's almost like the code is new. It's like another branch of the tree.
Do you think that our timelines are getting so mixed up that all the crazy shit that's going on right now is because of we're going through different timelines of
well, with the CERN thing, yeah. Like smashing atoms together at high speeds and just increasing the power and speed is going to fuck with us a little bit.
You know, if that's the case, I think we probably would have been in worse circumstances right now if we're in such a different timeline. There could be a timeline where we're literally just been fucking blown away by nukes, or we could have had an invasion. We could have had interdimensional invasions. The possibilities are everywhere, but I feel like this is the best circumstance for us to survive right now.
I feel like they actually have some measure of control over what they're doing simply because it hasn't gotten bad like that.
Yeah. Except there's gonna be that one guy.
Oh yeah.
Who might fuck it up.
That one guy who's played a lot of Fallout and is like, I want to see what happens.
He fucks up the formula.
Right.
He fucks up the formula on purpose. Next, we got Shin Godzilla in fucking West Coast destroying everything. Or we could have.
I had a dream that like the Ice Age started that way. Like somebody was just like wants to reset the clock, and like Atlantis and like the ancient Antarctic civilizations were destroyed, and you know all that stuff that we're trying to work back up to.
Yeah. I mean,
I just had a dream one time that there was like an engineer or something that was like F this, and he like destroyed the earth for the good of humanity, or he wanted to like return it to nature. I think that was like the dream that I had.
I mean, you ever think you might have witnessed a past event in your dreams?
Yeah, I mean, shit, we could talk about dreams forever. But
Oh, right.
I've had a couple that have like freaked me out for sure.
I think the most frequent dream I have is, so I'm always outside on the road, and everyone's gathering. I guess a group of people, or just part of the population, is gathering up, and these patterns of light are coming down from the sky, and you can't really make any shapes of it. You can't really make a shape because it morphs so much. Like if the technology of a ship is so advanced that you can only interpret what you're seeing, and then I just hear like this loud horn, and everyone starts screaming, but not in the screaming of like where, I don't know, like it was just ungenuine. People are screaming out of initiation. And then the other dream is always like a nuclear war. These are the only two dreams I keep having. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, a lot of people dream of like nuclear fallout and like different apocalypse and stuff. I always thought it was like, well, I think a lot of generations always thought that they were going to be the last, like the end is here, repent, God,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I always kind of thought that we were the last, group of people. I thought something always big was going to happen. But
I think throughout the generations, it's not that each generation might be the last. It's more of like if something's telling us like, hey, this is going to happen, not at a certain point, but this is going to happen. Like I feel like there's a warning to it, because I feel like some dreams are warnings, and I feel like some have to do with just like, let's say you fucking drank something last night, like you drank some beer, or you drink some chocolate or some shit like that, and that kind of like spikes up your mind a little bit. But some of the dreams I've had, the ones I mentioned, literally the fucking bright shaping thing, or the fucking nuclear holocaust, like those have just been repeating for like the past couple of years, ever since, I think. And I feel like it is because it's a warning, or it's because when I was watching the news back when fucking North Korea or Kim Jong-un he was threatening to bomb Guam, and I think that's what spiked it for a while. And now I've gone to the point like, yeah, I think I'm just not.
I just had a thought. What if you're seeing two distinct futures that could possibly happen? Either aliens show up and save us, or we fucking nuke ourselves into oblivion.
That could be possible. Like these possibilities are just possibly these are possibly just timelines that I'm being shown, or like everyone who has apocalyptic dreams are being shown different timelines that they're. I think in our dreams when we sleep, I think we're already passing through our
space, time, universes, everything.
Yeah, everything. And then when we come back to our life in this universe, we come back and we go through our daily lives. And when we die, don't know if maybe it could be reincarnation, or it could be like, oh, you were dreaming in this universe, and you're actually here, and
I
you
mean,
go again and
do you
again.
just wake up and live your life over, or do you live it in a different universe slightly differently? Like,
Different
yeah.
universe slightly differently. You could live in some point where you're just waking up from a nap into something else, or you're waking up into a newborn baby, and you're like, that's like because like people have been saying like I think I was born in a different time, like I think I was reincarnated. I feel like that could be the possibility of parallel universes of passing on our conscious
You know,
passing on
honestly,
to
I
a different
think
life.
that feeling has a lot to do with basically like how the last 100 years our technology has evolved to the point where like 150 years ago we lived completely differently, and
Yeah.
our just genetic memory just doesn't know how to cope with it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it could.
like ancestral dreams of like being ripped apart by wolves or falling off a mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, yeah, it's just like, genetic memory, instinct type stuff.
Yeah, I would say that a lot of fears are based on genetic failure, or like Darwinism throughout ancestry.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I challenge my fear of heights all the time, and I get like a panic attack sometimes, and it gets like really like scary, like almost outer body experience.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, man.
You
Like
want
I
an out
get
of
where
body
people
experience?
challenge
Try
their
LSD.
fears.
Oh, I've been wanting to, but like I've had out of experiences to the point where I remember. Oh, this actually has been freaking me out for a little while. I had a premonition that, like, no, this was like a year back. I had my buddy over, and he spent the night. I remember I was sleeping, and I had this out of body experience where I was in the plane, and as it was crashing down, I woke up, and
Like
similar to
9/11
later
type
on,
shit.
something like that. But I mean, I was born in 1999, so there's no way I could do.
Oh,
Yeah,
Do you know about like that rumor about the Dole slabs in New Mexico? Well, there's like a rumor that there's like grays down there that like do human experimentation, and they have like a room that's
Oh man, the '90s
privileged
were
for
straight X-Files time. Like, I love alien conspiracy
yeah.
theories.
Yeah, there was a rumor that it was like a deconstructed human operation, and they had like brains wired up to do.
Well, for a while there was like an alien
other body
autopsy video making the rounds on the internet that I can't find anymore.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
one
fucking
where it
wonder
almost
why.
looks like a doll almost or something.
Oh, I mean, there was that one, and there was also one that actually looked legit.
Did you see the one with the interview where they had to do it in a dark room and
Yeah,
they called him, but he
I
didn't
didn't
want to
really.
talk to you
I only
till
saw like pics of that.
That one right there. I remember that shit. Actually, I think I stumbled upon it. Um,
So I
God, that
think
was a
that
dumbass
those
kid back
ones
then.
are supposed to be like the Zeta reticulums. I don't think those are good grays. I think they're kind of mean.
Really?
Yeah.
Supposedly, they're like if you go full into the rumor or the conspiracy, those are the ones that like Eisenhower signed an agreement with, and it was supposedly like you get humans to experiment on, but we get drugs to save our illnesses and technology to improve our systems or something like that.
Not a bad trade-off. Jeez.
It's a big whack thing. There's like you can read on it on Netflix. They have like a Hangar One show that has a bunch of stuff about presidents and UFO cover.
Well, I will post a link in the Riot links here soon of like some interesting moon stuff. Like it's actually more about like the aliens as a whole, but the intro is all about the moon, and that's what piqued my interest.
Did you say the moon?
Yeah.
Wait, are you
Yeah.
talking about Local 58?
What's that?
Okay, well,
No. I know what you're thinking of. Yeah. There was a. How do you word that? It was like a hoax or like a real scary creepy pasta, It was like a
it's
fake
it's
radio show or
an
fake.
interactive RNG where pretty much this fake channel on YouTube called Local 58 is in this series where they are like the aliens are supposed to be from the moon, and the moon is not really itself. Like it's not even our moon. It's actually a giant celestial object.
Well,
Creature.
all right. So let me ask you a question here. So, according to the intro of this book I just posted, like
Right.
this, like basically getting his sources straight from NASA, you know, in the U.S. government. Like he's saying that
Right.
there are 6 nuclear-powered observatories that were placed on the moon during our moon landing missions, and they're still there and still broadcasting us data. There were 3 instances of large objects crash landing on the moon. A couple by accident by us, and one was like a meteor. Where, when the object impacted the moon, it rung like a bell for hours, and the seismograph could pick up all the 6 you know, where these places were, basically picked up like only reverberating down to like I think 26 kilometers or something along those lines. Basically the moon's hollow.
Right.
There's 2 giant iron they called them mascons in the book, like basically like huge iron discs in the underneath the crust of the back end of the moon, causing gravitational like abnormalities that they only discovered when they were orbiting the moon.
Right.
And not to mention the tidal lock and how the moon is always facing us. The moon rocks, or there was something about the rocks and the moon dust where basically the moon is actually 1 billion years older than the Earth. And I mean, just the way it orbits and like covers the sun and is the same size, it's like it was put there intentionally.
You know, I haven't been down the rabbit hole in actually I'm 21 now. 8 years. I haven't been down the rabbit hole in 8 years. Because as a kid, I think at 13 years old, I would legit go into websites of banned government documents, and I'd find YouTube links that are not there anymore. But at the age of 13, I remember finding this video of a frequency that this person had claimed to open our ears or our minds to the alien frequency and to hear or be aware of their existence in our dimension.
Okay.
And for about 2-3 weeks, I would remember seeing objects in the sky a lot more than usual. In California, usually you'd have to go all the way up to fucking Death Valley, or you got to go one.
So you're saying listening to these frequencies alerted them to your presence and they were scoping you out?
No, I'm not gonna fucking say that, but it's just like the fact that I was able to see this type of shit, and along with I just would get these strange like visitor dreams of like tall, dark figures.
That's oh man, that's some classic abduction shit right there.
I'm not even gonna say it was abducted because like I didn't, nothing. Really
Well, I mean, abductees it always starts with the dreams, and then they go get hypnotized, and then they freak the fuck out.
Like the thing about it too was man, fuck, wow.
What?
I'm smiling because like I'm starting to fucking realize, Jesus Christ, I can explain a lot of fucking things. Because let me tell you this, for about like 4 or 5 years, I was chased down by this tall black figure that would follow me.
Describe it for me, please.
Okay, So I don't know if this was December of 2012. Wait, no, I was 13 in 2012. So yeah, no, definitely the timelines there. So in December of 2012, it was around, I'd say 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm on my laptop and I'm in a 2-story apartment complex, and there's like in the middle there's like a yard, a big ass yard where everybody could see, all the neighbors can see it. And next to that yard area that's caged up, there's a laundry room. And the first time that I saw this creature, I remember seeing 3 middle-aged women go down the stairs into the laundry room for like almost an hour. No lights were on. I don't know why I was staring. I don't know why I was watching them go inside. And I don't know how long I stared at the fucking open laundry room and just dark, no lights on. They never came out for hours. Usually, why the fuck would somebody be in the laundry room for hours? Maybe they were talking in there, but the thing is, I couldn't hear talking. I couldn't hear them talking because usually a lot of people get fucking loud, out there in neighborhoods. And I remember opening my window just to hear anything. Dead fucking silence. About 5 minutes after, maybe let's say about an hour, I look to the right of the open door, and I see this tall, black, slender figure stand about, let's say, 11, 12 feet. And I see its head fixate towards me. And I'm thinking, wait, maybe I'm just imagining, but I see it as a fixate, and I stare at it for about, like, let's say 10, 15 seconds. I move the fuck away from the window because I'm like, what the fuck was that?
So would you consider it like a shadow being?
Possibly, because the second time the damn thing was in my goddamn apartment, I was sharing a room with my mom at the time. She's dead for mainly because of natural causes, but at the time when I was in this apartment, the same thing was walking in my hallway, and I could hear loud boots. And I remember its body standing right by my door, but I know its head couldn't be shown. I could only see like maybe most of its torso, where its heart could be, or its chest. And I'm like, oh fuck, it's in here. And I tried waking my mom up to tell her like, hey, somebody's in the house. We should call the police or something. She was half asleep.
By the way, that link I DM'd you, I just thought it was interesting, but then I read the top and it was like some energy spiritual healing academy, some shit, and I'm just like, okay, maybe not the most reliable source. But
that's the common source about some of these things. Like they always go for like it's oil people.
right.
I'm gonna call them oil people.
Oil people, interesting.
I might as well call you guys.
Have you ever seen Twin Peaks, by the way?
Classic fucking show.
Like the third season, the new season?
I haven't seen the new season.
Oh, you gotta watch the new season for oil people. Fuck yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Got a light.
Oh shit. Alright, for the oil people out here who are listening to this, possibly, no offense to you, but yeah, you guys are fucking nuts. But we love you. We hope you're staying alive out there. Crazy times. But back to the fucking encounters. Like the second encounter, the thing was at my hallway and at my door. I don't know why my door was open wide in the middle of the night, but I see the damn thing kneel down to peek its head to look at me.
By the way, sorry to cut you off. It looks like we may have lost a viewer because Awaken's like, does anyone else think that it is odd when alien theories are given more credibility than theories about communist infiltrators? We all know that communists actually tried to take over the world. Well, this is what they're doing now, rioting. They're trying to take over the world. Have you ever noticed that people who are into alien theories aren't usually the most competent people? ? Good luck. Like, well, so I guess we're not competent now, according to Awaken.
Dude, it's cool to be open-minded. That's all I'm gonna say.
Cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm not here to like. I'll just make it clear. I'm not here because I definitely believe that. I don't believe that aliens are taking over. I don't believe in lizard people.
Until it happens. Like, I gotta see some concrete, like, laser guns in my face before I accept it.
If I get the laser heads, if I get another alien frequency, then be like, all right, what's up, guys? I see you, bitches, and stuff will happen. But no, until then, I don't believe in this lizard planet thing that's going on.
Oh no, like the lizard people, that's bullshit.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Epstein, lizard guy. Oh wow, what the fuck, dude?
Unless you're
I've actually.
unless you're using lizard person as like a nickname for a certain tiny hat group.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
Anyway.
No, just like I said, the damn thing kneeled down. I don't know why, but this childlike instinct just like made me hide in my blankets. I'm fucking 13 years old, by the way, and I'm like, why the fuck did I do this? It's just for instinct to make me do that, and I take a peek at it and it was still there, and I take another peek and it's gone. And then to sum up the last encounter with it was, I would say about 3 years ago, and it was about I'd say 11 o'clock at night, and I went out for a night run or for a night bike ride around the neighborhood, and to sum it up, the damn thing chased me all the way back to my house, and I could hear it scouting around my area for me, and I could hear its breathing, and I don't know, it just did that, and I haven't seen the damn thing for about 3 years. And that's fine with me. I don't want to deal with any more.
I guess I remember when I was like very young, like 3 years old. I remember being in the middle of my parents' bed and they were both asleep. And
Right.
like a shadow person opening the door, with light in the door, like, and I just covered my head with my blanket until it was gone, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just that childlike instinct. Shadow people and dark means. Oh, thank you for sending me that. Oh. Wait.
Hey, did I ever tell you my story with like Slender Man?
Oh yeah.
Please do.
Yeah, so like here in Wisconsin, they got this mythical creature, the Slender Man.
Well, they got a couple girls that really believed in it. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and then they fucking stabbed.
Well, here's the thing, Saul. Like, I was riding my bike and I was riding it late, and this bike trail cuts through these woods, and there's like down the hill there's these houses, and then down the hill on the other side is just like the woods.
Yep.
And the street lights were getting ready to turn off, so I'm kind of, because I got done with work, it's pretty much a routine. I know what's going on, and I saw like a really, really tall guy, and I couldn't make out his face, and like I thought about Minecraft, and I thought about like
the Enderman,
those girls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason I was just like, well, don't look at its face, like that'll like anger it or something.
Right.
But the only difference, it was I wasn't on anything. I just got done with work. I wasn't like exhausted or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it was slinking around, like it was like stalking, and it was like moving like an animal does when you see an animal in the wild. It's just kind of like into what it's doing, and it's not really paying attention to anything else. So it didn't look like a kid on stilts. There was no one else around with a camera to film his college prank or anything like that.
Right.
And as I came up closer to it, like I got more and more nervous. I actually had I think it was a knife in my pocket. I held that, but it walked away from me. Like when it heard me, it was scared and it like walked away. And that kind of confirmed like to me that it was real, because if somebody was going to prank me, that would have been their best time to do it.
Right.
But either I got the jump on him because maybe he didn't hear me or see me because I didn't have a light on my bike or anything like that. But it was definitely a slender, pale person with like creepy long fingers, and it looked exactly like that creepypasta shit. But just so you guys know, I did write it off as like an anomaly, as just saying like, this is Wisconsin, that shit happens, people like to do owl man pranks and shit like that, and it's probably, I'll probably see something online like in a year or something, but I never saw anything. There's never been a prank in that area, and I never really went back to look and investigate because it was honestly kind of scary, like, just because you don't want to come up on somebody creepy in an alley or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, you never do. And I'll put it this way, like, I've been in therapy and all that stuff for about a few years. Then I stopped going because I completed my programs, and I haven't seen anything of sorts of the creature since. But what I have been noticing is there's this strange fluctuation in environments of like you can feel something there, and sometimes you confirm it by you can literally see an anomaly in the fucking area.
You're
Or
probably just an empath. Like you're probably like picking up on stuff.
You've got some wiring in your brain.
Well, you can just read the room, and when you see something suspicious, like you're able to confirm.
yeah, I don't
Because
know.
I've
It's
been
like
in rooms before where like people are picking my brain, and I guess they're trying to get an answer out of me, and it feels like there's another presence in the room, you know, like an evil presence.
yeah.
All
I
right,
mean, I know
so
that.
let me wrap this all up in kind of. All right, so you've heard basically the theory that um, essentially what we see every day, reality is all our conscious projecting it, and
Right.
like basically reality is more malleable than you think. Like the younger you are, essentially, I feel like the more malleable your reality can be. So if a bunch of
Right.
kids are reading creepypastas at that age, like could they actually manifest something in what we would call reality?
Topla theory, actually. I remember reading this thing about
Oh, did you say Topa?
Topla or whatever.
Yeah, dude, that's true. I hear people who study that. Do you know where that comes from? Is that like the Key of Solomon or
The Key of Solomon. It's the Key of Solomon, and it was I think it was like a Buddhist. So I don't know, something within the Middle
well,
East.
it's a dark text. You're not supposed to read it.
Yeah, I can
Which is
actually
why the
read that.
Vatican has it buried under 15 layers of civilization.
No, I'm not trying to like freak you out or anything odd, but if you read it, you might have something following you around because that whole book, from what I saw, is all about like demonic summoning and sigils and like
Oh, now I
talking
gotta
to
get a copy of it.
demons.
You don't want to fuck with it. You don't.
I mean, I might be wrong because like, but I am interested in some occult stuff, so
I
I've
mean,
looked into a little.
There's a reason why I took a break from all this, so I can. But one day, I might get back to it, and we'll see.
well, I've always
But
been interested in this kind of shit, but I've never seen anything, so.
yeah, and that's a good thing. You don't want to see. You don't want to see what the fuck you
You,
read.
you think my reality will come tumbling asunder?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So honestly, if I had a religion to give you, it would be that like the machines are in control and they're doing experiments on life to try to find out the answers.
Well,
Because like
I think that kind of about aliens or actually what I guess
yeah,
I think our civilization essentially there's another upper civilization of humans that didn't originate on this planet that is out there somewhere fucking with us or giving us a paradise planet, whichever one. I have no idea which.
yeah,
We're just going to ancient aliens territory, but at the same time, you know what? Jesus
I
Christ.
was given the impression that our consciousness is used because we don't need a proof or an argument in order to do something. We're able to just do something based on our own free will. And I think that that is desirable because the machine needs an algorithmic probability and like a correct result in order to get there. And I think we're able to just like brute force through logic. And that's why we're kind of like
You think our
using
brains are just quantum computers running on a Earth, like essentially like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Earth is just a giant computer.
Yeah, it could be. Could be like
It could be.
they grabbed all the material that they had left and they've made like a simulator and they're just running programs to try to gain enlightenment, like to get one of the users to get the God code to work or something so that they can have access to clairvoyance or like telepathy or other hive mind type abilities that our DNA has that we haven't unlocked yet?
I'm gonna need a fucking drink after this. Jesus. Like, I feel
Because hive
sick.
mind is capable in mammals. It happened in the those naked mole rats. They have hive.
Like, again, this is all interesting, and this is just reminds me of younger days. But like, oh shit, did I hang up?
No, you're here.
Oh, it's just like, I don't know why. Like, as soon as we got deep into this, I started to feel sick. I don't know if that's just.
We can change topics if you want.
Oh no, I don't care. We
Yeah.
can keep going. I don't mind. I'm just like, god damn it. I just like, I had this like, I don't know, something dropped, and I'm like, oh fuck.
No, but I seriously, what was that book called? I definitely do want to get it, like, look it up in
Key of Solomon.
Key of Solomon.
Yeah. All I gotta say is good luck. Good luck.
Alrighty.
I think honestly, I think one of my first girlfriend was because of that.
Huh.
I think she was a manifestation of the Key of Solomon because she was pretty demonic. I remember a couple instances where she got so angry, or I guess she was angry, and I could hear multiple voices from her. And
That's some freaky shit.
And I remember getting a phone call from either her number or a random number, and I could just hear children singing in unison, and we didn't know what it was. They were singing, started to hear gasp of laughing, and I remember hanging up the phone, and it would just happen a couple of times because it was just coincidentally after I met her, and like I'm not with her anymore, obviously, she's fucking history, but jokingly and somewhat, I might be convinced that she was just because she could have existed because of the Key of Solomon. Maybe she was never real at all. I don't fucking know, but.
Well, I mean, if you're a fan of the theory that there are NPC people, like.
Who fucking knows?
Right.
Gamers
Hey,
and conspiracy theorists.
The only thing I have to kind of confirm anything from the key is there's somebody that you can talk to, like that you pray to, I guess you would say, and this is someone that can like apparently get you items that were stolen from you, that were actually stolen from you from somebody that you hate, and like I had nothing else to lose because I lost something that was important to me, and I just kind of like thought about this for like a week, and I was just like, like I guess I will ask and bid, favor to whatever this is in order to get this back. And mind you, this isn't a situation where I've unpacked something and found it. I've moved like 3 times since then. I've gone through all my stuff at least 5 times to try to find this specific thing. And then after thinking about that, kind of in the same kind of way that like Oprah has The Secret or, all that stupid shit. I opened up this box and there it was. And I was like, holy shit. Like, that's fucking scary that this is back.
So does the thing lost have to be stolen from you from someone?
Now. It's nothing big. It's just like an ex-president's presidential pin, but it's from the time, it's historical. And it's sentimental to me.
I fuck with a lot of devils in my life. I might not get back to it, but that was a scary situation. That's a coincidence that he left after saying that. Who knows? Maybe Solomon has come back.
By the way, Slick Six in the chat is like, this is like listening to Coast Radio. Rest in peace, Art Bell. Art Bell died in Pahrump, Nevada. That's the closest real town to Death Valley.
Oh man. By the way, where are you broadcasting on? Twitch or radio?
YouTube, DLive, Twitch, Mixer, and Facebook.
Okay, cool. All right. I might participate in more of your things if you don't mind.
Absolutely. DLive is actually down. I just realized. I can get you the YouTube link if you want.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll probably. Yeah. Yeah, I'll most likely. No, fuck yeah, I'm gonna look this shit up because like, seems like have you and Brez been doing this for a while, or is like
Like
Brez a usual guest?
3 days.
You guys been doing this for 3 days? Oh shit.
This is day 4 of streaming for me, and I think Brez jumped on day 2, if I remember right.
Right. Well, shit. Okay.
Yeah, no, like we just met each other like 3 days ago.
Yeah, Brez, this guy's pretty fucking cool. The only thing, I think the one thing that really fucking like, Brez, I remember you telling me you had that, I don't know if it was a fever dream where you woke up out of consciousness into like this room where people were like controlling others, like a Sims game or something. And I'm like, the fuck is this guy talking about? But I'm like, you know what? These are my
Wait,
people.
Brez had that? I read that on Reddit
Yeah.
once. Is he the one who posted it?
We gotta fucking we gotta fucking ask. Point. He just said like from what he's told me because of it, his. I'll be back. My phone's acting up when it's low on battery. Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
From what he's told me during the time of when he had this, like his connection to the radio, to his phone signal, everything was going off, where it was like fucking up to where like, he couldn't really do much. Like they disconnected him, and like quotations "they" is what he told me because of it. So it's like, oh shit, did he break through the matrix or what the fuck just happened? Is Brez the one? Is Brez really president? Find out in the next broadcast. I'm not going to be a scumbag. God damn it! We went from politics to perversion, conspiracy theories, to personal conspiracy theories, and now, what's next?
Hold on, I'm gonna see about. Let me see here.
Okay.
I'm just editing the rolls here, see if I can basically get it so he can hop in when he wants.
There he is.
Yeah, sorry about that. My shit, I think it's because my battery's low, so it just like
no
kicks me
worries.
out of Discord sometimes.
It's all good, man.
But yeah, Odd, I heard what you're saying. It was like a couple of years ago or something. All my technology kind of like effed up all at once, and I had to like get new computer and new car and like new TV. It was really weird.
You were trying to talk to me on Discord.
That's like some EMP shit.
Well, this was when I was like really big into Pizzagate, and I was like doing a lot of like undercover shit with. Like,
Oh,
Discord.
they tactically EMP'd you.
They fucking got him.
How dare you? How dare you spread that anti-Semitic stuff on the internet?
How dare you?
Oh yeah. There was that one time I was like palling around on Discord with that one guy, and he was kind of like
Bed poster.
I guess he was like a Nazi or something. But they were breaking up all the Turks. The Turks had these channels on Discord that were like hotbeds for like recruiting and stealing identity and shit.
Huh.
But maybe being pals with him kind of like made them look into me or something.
Oh, I'm gonna be put on a watch list now, aren't I?
They can't get they're probably not gonna get shit from you. Who fucking knows?
I've been pretty much ignored my entire life.
Exactly. What the fuck are you gonna do to us? Like, shit. We're like, what? What can we fucking do, huh?
Right.
Government.
What can we do? Pay our taxes?
Pay our taxes. What? Go to a fucking Target and draw dicks everywhere. What the fuck
like
you think
some
we're
of the
gonna do?
Pizzagate conspiracy is that like if you search for certain keywords on Google, it unlocks searches and it just like f's up your browser.
Oh, that's probably true. Like, let's be real.
There is a term that I remember. It starts with an E, but I only reason why I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to fucking get my shit fucked up either. But
I know one of them. One of them is BH Kids, but don't type it into Google.
Oh, where it pops up all those Disney videos?
Yeah, it like turns your search engine into like a fucking twink and fucking pizza slice.
That's crazy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, like your Google images will be all effed up, and you'll just like not know what to click on because you're just like scared everything will.
See, my entire YouTube stream is all like, you know, Doctor Who is dead, Star Wars is dead, fuck Star Trek, like all that type of shit.
But now we're getting into the fucking rabbit hole, guys. We're getting into the fucking rabbit hole. If you have come here to make fun of Star Wars and Star Trek, which I want to make fun of Star Wars as much as everybody else right now because I used to love it. But when you have a parent who fucking watches the same fucking movies 24/7 for an entire fucking weekend, you start to hate it a little bit. But, you know.
Oh, God. I'm kind of starting to be glad that my dad never liked that shit.
What's
up, bitches?
Not much, Anti. How you doing?
Shit. How you doing, Anti?
Hey, remember Jessica Frost?
Yeah. Oh, she got some good stuff going on?
Doing?
Oh, my. It's the same scene.
Oh, wow. Seattle it is, boy.
Yeah, let me see if I can pick you up a feed.
Yeah, fuck. Just got distracted.
Yeah, we got a little distracted with
Art Bell.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about Kia Solomon, and then I got cut off, so I figured that was like, you know, the universe's way of saying stop talking about the key.
If I had my VPN on right now, I'd be looking for some torrents of that.
So remember last night when they had their little row of umbrellas?
Yeah.
There is about 10 times more people.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I gotta give them leaf blowers. I think it'll push the gas back good for them.
Dude, Seattle was dope last night.
Seattle was the shit, dude.
At least she's got her phone sideways this time.
Yeah.
She must have gotten some people bitching at her on Facebook.
The times they are a changing.
Well, I guess she's cute, so people gave her like a pass.
What's that?
I guess she's really cute, so people like, you know.
She sounded hot, not gonna lie.
Wait, what's her name again?
Jessica Frost.
Jessica Frost.
Frost.
Right.
Or Jessica Bundy on Facebook. I don't.
Yeah, she was like the hero last night for catching the footage.
I can be your hero, baby. Portland, oh my, all on the bridge.
This is honestly, I feel like I'm looking at the feed right now. I feel like we're in like you know how like most apocalypse movies are, or like zombie apocalypse or something like that. This is what people would be showing in the intro.
You think I should get rid of LA or Louisville? Or Milwaukee?
Dude, look at I put in the other one.
Yeah.
So her boyfriend is in the other window.
Oh, really?
Perfect.
Oh shit! What's going on in Phoenix?
They're just putting their head down for 9 minutes, like a bunch of fucking slaves.
Down.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool. Portland did it. They would lay off on the entire bridge, and when you lay down, you take up so much more space. It looks cool, especially a helicopter.
Oh yeah, back.
All right.
I don't want to go downtown Phoenix, but I don't want to get fucked up.
Oh, that's right. That'd be close to you.
Yeah, like I said, I moved here last September. So,
Dude, I love the dry heat. It's like amazing.
yeah, the scenery's pretty cool. Like, I like the mountains. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot better than I thought.
Yep, I agree.
Hands up.
There's a man going around taking names for who to pick and who to blame.
Is that a really nerdy officer in DC in the middle, or is that a girl?
That could have been a girl.
Hot chick with nerd glasses.
Yeah.
That's a dream.
This shit's nuts, buddy.
Yes. Like,
I mean that Brandon Frost fucking angle looks like all of fucking Portland.
right?
Or Seattle, excuse me. Dude, there is fucking thousands of people. So I guess the videos must have got out and everybody just goes, fuck that. That was crazy how they all the motherfuckers last night. They can't do that with this one.
Oh yeah, no, they're way overwhelmed now. Like, holy shit. They better have brought some extra flashbangs tonight. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you notice it's cop line and then fucking guard.
Oh shit. You know, it's been a while since I've watched the news.
Now you are the news.
Kinda.
Bringing you the saltiest coverage.
Yes, the salty coverage. If you're here, as you can see, the world, or no, not the world, but at least America, is, America's kind of being fuckheads right now. We're kind of just...
You know what's funny? You know how everybody's like tripping about how Trump called all these motherfuckers thugs?
Right?
I was pulling up I was watching a video of the Baltimore and Ferguson press conference where Obama did the same thing. Nobody batted a fucking eye.
That's because Obama's black, of course.
Yeah, well, he's half black.
Oh, you're right. I do remember when Obama said thugs.
I cannot believe how many people are in this Portland thing. Jesse Frost got to be salivating, dude.
She's like the meme queen tonight.
Here, get Random in this room. He's in the
Oh,
waiting room.
yeah, absolutely. What up, Random?
Come on in.
Brandon, welcome.
Welcome to the saltiest stream on YouTube.
Indeed, I see there's still a lot in America. Fucking hell, man.
I missed that accent.
Are you watching the link?
Yeah, I am indeed. But I mean, they don't realise that the whole country's on its arse after this fucking COVID. Who's paying for all these cops on triple fucking time and then having to arrest half these fucking idiots? I mean, the cost behind this is just going to be astronomical. If you're paying taxes, that shit is going to go up.
Oh yeah, right. I think they're gonna like make cops a more prestigious job to try to like screen it so there's like, you know, respectable people that can do customer service.
Hey, Random, dude, look at the people on the two Seattle streams. Like, especially on the bottom left. That's nuts.
What the fuck? I mean, as well, just after this COVID and...
Okay.
So you know how they're claiming like this whole like police are killing, you know, innocent black men shit, right?
Right.
I was watching this report. They went through all the deaths that happened in last year for unarmed black men killed by police. You know how many of them there were?
How many?
10.
10.
No shit.
10. Yeah, there was 10 of them, and 6 of them, it was the fucking unarmed black men fucking attacking the police officer. So none of those were charged. So that leaves 4 out of the whole fucking all the United States last year. 4 unarmed black men were unjustifiably murdered.
Can we get the stats on how many unarmed whites were killed last year?
Can we get that sign?
Yeah.
I read it.
Get
It's
it,
really higher. It's on
Give
average.
us the sign.
What up, James?
4 on black, 4 on white, and 3 on black.
James.
Herbert, stop raping me.
Stop raping me.
James, stop raping the man.
James, are you watching this feed that I sent you?
No, not yet. I'm like...
Okay, so hey, random.
Yeah.
Random. When you're looking at the top right stream,
yeah,
this was the same situation that happened last night, but there was only about 1/10, if not smaller, of the population. You had all these umbrella people right here and just a couple people behind them. They were just sitting there for hours, whatever. And then they started throwing stuff at the police. And the police, within 1 instant, probably dropped about, I don't know, 10 flashbangs all on them. And you've never seen cockroaches fucking run faster. It was insane. It was insane. And then there was a standoff just farther down the street that you can kind of see in the Seattle feed on the bottom left. And then they went after him again, and that was essentially the end of the night. So it was 2 major rushes on these fucking civilians with the police. Today, same block.
But like 10 times as many people.
And it honestly could be more. It could be fucking 20 or 50 times more people. You just can't tell.
Right.
But I can't see cement on the ground.
Shit.
Have you heard about London?
What about London?
Four people shot. A car has collided with 2 pedestrians. And
You can't even have knives in London, though. I thought we were safe from guns.
Oh, knives. They love the knives there. We can't have guns.
No, the bad guys have guns.
Yeah, they got fucking what they call to beat through the bushes, machetes.
Yeah.
And to cut watermelon.
Well, it's a good thing they.
So
sorry, go ahead.
I have this video that happened last night.
Yeah.
It was this black protester, and he was behind some lady reporting, and he was just holding a dog and shaking it, this puppy in the most inhumane shit ever, and essentially torturing this dog live on camera. And they refused to show the footage, but PETA's pissed, and all these motherfuckers are pissed. And there's eyewitnesses that say that they found the dog strangled down the street to death, but there's nobody that can like really confirm or confirm that shit. But it was, dude, you'd watch it and you go, dude, there's a monster behind this lady who is,
right.
I mean, there was nothing loving about the way that he was holding that shit. I showed it to my girlfriend, and she's like, "Don't send me that shit ever again."
Right?
That's how bad it was.
No, I hate watching animal torture. Like, I just shut those videos off.
There's a bounty on him now on Twitter. There's people putting money together to find out his name and get approved.
Good.
Yeah, you saw that.
He'll not do well out of that. I just see that the riots have started again in France as well. But I mean, they've been rioting for a fucking year anyway.
I saw some wild ass footage in Greece, dude. All these incinerary bombs going off, dude. I was like, whoa.
Well, see, the people are poor everywhere, and they're fucking sick fed up with it. So they're just like, fuck it, let's go for it. We've got nothing to lose now, and everything's fucking gone.
Right. By the way, I'm profiting so much on that police brutality T-shirt. Holy crap, dude! I went to go see all my sales today. I'm not even getting emails. There's so many sales. They're tired of sending me the same email over and over.
You have your own
dude.
T-shirt website, or you go through like Teespring or something?
I have my own T-shirt website. Yeah.
Nice. Maybe
Send me
if
a link. I'm gonna check that shirt out.
yeah.
Say what?
I've been wanting to get into the T-shirt designing shit too. So if I have any good shit, I'll run some ideas by you.
Yeah, please, by all means.
And I can do the artwork for you.
Oh fuck, I love you.
Yeah.
Listen, Well, I'll get to the, you know, love each other part later.
Yeah.
Listen, actually, no, we need more of that, especially after all this.
Kumbaya, peace, love, riot stream. What up?
Right.
What
I was
up?
thinking,
What's...
should the Proud Boys be freed? Because if
I'm a little
Antifa are a terrorist
concerned with them
organization, technically they were defending
having some of them
themselves
march
against
and
terrorists,
some of them
so
stay. I don't know if
Yeah, I
the
posted the
government
link
has
to
some
my
of them stay, or
website.
if some people
You want
just
the
decided
first
to
the
stay
first
and some
shirt
people
is the
decided to
police
march,
brutality
but
one that's just selling like hotcakes, my
last
friend.
night,
God
when
damn.
the majority of the
Do you know what,
group
man?
chose to march,
That's a genius
it was
fucking
the small
marketing
group that stayed
the
behind
strategy.
ended up
Good
getting
job on that.
gassed.
Yes.
Thank you. I pulled all of my
However, that small group
kind
was
of
a lot
relevant
smaller than
T-shirts
this
to the
group who has
front.
decided to stay.
Oh, you got a
Yeah,
lot of
for
good
this
ones.
shit.
A lot smaller.
Thanks.
Oh shit. But yeah, send us the link. I'm gonna check that out.
You
Send
got
the Riot links.
you got fat ass sizes.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Awesome.
You got XL?
Huh?
You got XL?
Yeah, I got up to 3XL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean they're goddamn parachutes. Those fucking shirts.
Antiestablishment.com. That's
Jesus
pretty
Christ,
that's
James.
pretty badass. That's pretty badass. For the time, that's pretty badass. I like that.
Which one?
It looks like Stop Police Brutality Now, and it has that
It looks like
military propaganda.
Frank Miller
Yeah.
kind of shit. Yeah. Yup. It's selling fucking like crazy, and I also have a store on Etsy, and I fucking put all the tag marks to be like Black Lives Matter, fucking with George Floyd and all this shit.
So you're double dipping
on
on both sides. That's great.
Yeah, I really am. And then this is like the first time I ever ran a fucking daily advertising, so I got a little budget of $5 I'm throwing down. I think it cost me like 10 cents every time somebody clicks on it for my Etsy store. But yeah. I probably made about $300 or $400 in the last 24 hours.
Nice.
Bro, these shirts are sweet.
Say what?
Would you make that shirt for me? They're freaking sweet. I like them.
I don't know if
James, no.
I don't know if any of you casually peruse Vote, but it's down right now.
Casually what?
Vote.co.
No,
It's like
never even heard
racist Reddit, pretty much.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
Did you see the footage last night? I don't know where it was, but they had all these cops, and it was at night, and they had these cops like pretend to kneel, and all the fucking protesters ran up to them to go like take pictures, and right when they got close enough, they started throwing out flash grenades in front of them. It was hilarious, dude. It was so funny. They're like, "Oh my god, they're kneeling! Come on, let's go, let's go!" And then explosions just started happening everywhere. I was like, "Ah,
with shields. Still no.
Oh, by the way, I
Yeah,
just
okay,
found a
you know,
picture.
I'll give him a point. I'll give him a point for that. That's pretty. Oh.
Holy shit, look at that top left, the sheer amount of people, that is fucking insane.
Yeah, and by the way, that fourth cop, doesn't he kind of look half black?
You mean the top right?
Top right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
He may have some African descent. He could be. Middle
He looks
Eastern,
more like Muslim to me, I guess, but
Right.
around Middle Eastern could be.
Oh my god, look at all the fucking the troops amassing on the top left. Or top right, excuse me.
No justice, no
Going
peace.
down again, bro.
You know, once the stream is over, I would probably edit like what's called the Dark Knight Rises music as the troops are going in.
Well, I don't want to
Like,
get
they-
copyright struck by Disney, but yeah.
I wanted
no,
to
you
play
want
the fucking
copyright.
Star Wars shit.
Well, I
Let
could
the games
add,
begin.
I could add it on the keyboard through my editing software, something similar, but not exactly like it, so you can get up to copyright.
That'd be good.
This, you know, aside from this horrible stuff, this is gonna have some meme material right here. Let's just be honest.
Right.
I can't wait till someone makes a video game from this.
Riot
Honestly,
Simulator
what would-
2020.
They already did a Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they call it's that new Walking Dead VR game.
That too. You know, I recently purchased that. I'm supposed to try it soon, but like I keep putting off.
As soon as I have the cash funds, I'm gonna buy it. I want to try it.
Yeah. Oh man, the amount of material I can make, brutally murdering people. The amount of jokes, so.
So when does the curfew kick off in some of these cities where the protests are gathering?
So, over here, like I said, in Arizona over here, for us, it's about to be in like 2 minutes, so 8 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So, where I used to live in California, my buddies had told me around 9 o'clock for them, or 8 or 9 o'clock in that time. And then in Texas, they said 7 o'clock because of the people I know. So that's just like what I know in the states that I've been in, associated with.
Yeah, I can confirm the 7 p.m. I'm in Dallas. Dallas doesn't have much protesters. Last night they did a crazy ass thing. You know how we were watching the footage of in Portland where they were on the bridge?
Yeah.
The cops went to one side and then went to the other and trapped them all in, tear gassed them, and then arrested them all, dude.
Well, they're all on the bridge again in Portland. Look at it.
No, I'm saying that happened in Dallas.
So
Dallas has shut down fucking protests like crazy. And unlike New York with the fucking bail reform shit, no, if you get caught fucking in Dallas, they're throwing the fucking book at you, and you're staying in jail.
They better be doing it wearing Stetsons too.
You know what? I'm gonna make a new conspiracy theory. I might as well make a new one. See how the people react. 5G is making people riot. Let's fucking start that shit.
Dude, we had a guy who worked on 5G in the room yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's convinced that it's not as bad as the other frequencies.
Really?
All right.
When did this go on?
This guy on Periscope his thing's called Smoke and Scan, and he's got #dabs in his title. Hilarious.
Yeah, I've been watching that guy.
Split 6 about it?
Oh, because I took off, so I didn't. I guess that must have happened after I left.
Yeah, if Slick is online, he might confirm it, but I believe he's working on that shit.
It's not as bad as the other frequencies, like.
Yeah, like he acknowledges that they're bad, but he doesn't see how the 5G is any worse than the other ones.
So from his claim, the lower the frequency, or as it's named, it was actually worse for us, or.
No, I think the lower frequencies are more in tune to our chemistry.
The higher frequencies would be the one that would fuck with us.
Oh, okay.
I think, pretty sure.
Well, if we get the 10G and our faces are gonna start melting.
Because the 5 gigahertz refers to like how many times that wave bounces around per a certain amount of time, if I remember right. So the higher frequencies have more waves going at this, bouncing around.
Yeah, if you look at it on a telescope.
Been a while since I went to college.
I haven't really gone back into my studies because of Bliss.
Yeah.
Who knows?
There was an unusual amount of 5G installations throughout Britain when the lockdown put in place. If it means anything or not, it's hard to say.
In question, like how like in your guys' system, how expensive or cheap are taxes, if I may ask?
What, for 5G?
I think
No,
it just
like
means for like living.
Oh, for living. Oh,
Not
right,
bad.
well, I pay 41% tax.
Percent tax. So.
And that should be a crime against humanity.
But you'll pay somewhere between 15 and 40% normally, and then after that, just you need to earn a lot more.
I was in the higher tax bracket, but I fucking just haven't paid a single penny in tax in fucking 8 years.
Basically. But we also have a sales tax similar to yours called VAT, which is another 25%.
And I ripped
right.
All over the fucking place as well. So your tax flat out, plus we also pay a little bit of tax into what goes towards our pension, same as your 401k.
Okay.
And for unemployment, things like that you'll never see back the amount you put in if you're a reasonable earner. But of course, if you earn very little, you'll get something at the end. So it kind of balances that out.
The only reason why I ask because like I'm curious about like you guys compared to us over here.
Yeah, your tax is less over there, but you've got far more people. That's probably part of it. I mean, like Scandinavia are 50 and 60%, but their salaries are maybe double and treble, so it's mostly kind of that's much of it the same. But you're never paying less than 20 or 25%. A Western nation in Europe, and most of them are touching 40%. If you're around the 40,000 to 50,000 earning bracket over the year, you're going to be paying 40%, 30% at minimum everywhere. Even South Africa now, if you don't live in South Africa, but you're still a South African national, they expect you to pay 40% in earnings. Cracking down everywhere.
Disgusting.
Hey, Anti, do you know where that smoke and scan guy is looking at?
They probably have a no chase policy. That's why you don't see the chases. And the only time they would is for a murder.
Or he must have got stepped away. Shit.
Yo, what's up? Was somebody talking to me?
I was asking, do you know where that smoke and scan guy is looking at?
Oh no, no.
I'm assuming LA because it's a car chase, but
you made a good guess.
You know what? I actually am convinced it's probably LA. It's probably LA.
The best custom cars come from LA.
No, it's not LA.
where is it?
It's not.
It's dark outside. It's not dark yet in LA.
Oh, that's a good point.
Really? Yeah.
Ooh, what happened? They're on a fucking foot thing now.
Beauty of Scotland is this: we don't ever have race riots. You might fight over religion, Scotland versus England. There'll never be race riots. BLM, I know that shit here. But England will burn a little bit. Quite a lot of cities burning up. Parts of London.
Stop!
Almost pure third world. They'll all go up in flames. Wales will be alright as well, James.
I don't give a shit. I'll be in Mallorca.
Aha, right, you don't mind just what they burn on the news.
I'll fucking give them fuel.
I don't see Wales rioting either, you don't hear it that much.
Well, I'm gonna clock out. It was nice being here. Salt, thank you for having me here.
Yeah,
Rez,
come back anytime.
James.
Boy, it was good seeing you, man.
James, Random, and Auntie, thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you guys. You guys seem like awesome people. You know.
Take care, dude.
Yeah, take care. Stay safe out there, all of you. You know, especially with all this crazy
you
shit.
too. I'm glad you're out there. I thought you were in the thick of it.
No. I honestly stay away from the fucking madness because, like, why the hell? What do I need to be there for? Exactly.
Right.
Why am I gonna leave? Exactly. So those who are watching, have that mentality. Do you really be there? Don't. Just stay safe. Anyway, talk to you guys later.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeez.
Later.
God, I'm so glad that guy's gone. Ugh. Fucking-
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude. Salt, thanks for having Odd on. He's
Oh,
like
he
a
was good
longtime
shit.
YouTube. You know, back in like 2016 or 2017, like everything sucked. He was like a content creator, and none of us could get big because we just got buried.
Still no gas.
Yeah. Now that YouTube's gone to authoritative sources, I think there's a new wave of content creation popularity at the moment.
Well, like anytime I had a video that got like over 1,000 views, it gets striked down, and now my account's at like 2 strikes, and I just don't post anymore because I don't want to get banned off this account. I still like this.
I have plenty of copyright claims because, like, these protests, like, they're playing music in the background. Like, it hasn't affected anything because I'm not monetized yet so far.
Yeah, it's best if you don't think about it, because then, you know, you're just being creative. When you get to the point where you gotta, like, take videos down and put new music up, it's really painful.
Right.
I think the Washington, D.C., what they were just zooming in on was snipers on the rooftop.
By the way, that chase is happening in Chicago. I just found out.
Chicago.
Yeah.
I posted a run there on YouTube with a lad that goes about on a motocrosser and just tried.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I could have helped you. That guy that's streaming, yeah. That was like a Chicago one. I saw that link on 4chan.
By the way, Random, you're really quiet.
Sorry, it's probably a push microphone trying to be louder.
You're good.
Yeah, I had to use push to talk. For some reason, it just comes out clearer that way.
Yeah. I'll do exactly the same. Seems picking up background noise as well.
So I started running that ad about 30 minutes ago, and I already have 128 clicks.
Nice.
Your t-shirt ad?
Yeah, I'm only running one ad on the Stop Police Brutality now on Etsy, and I just hit refresh, and it's like 128 views already. I was like, fuck. It's quick.
Dude, if I had a chunk of change right now, I'd buy a shirt, like, on the spot. They're priced pretty good.
Did you hear George Floyd, his autopsy, he had coronavirus?
No shit.
Yeah. Anonymous was trying to say death by coronavirus, not by police brutality.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If they ruled his death a COVID-19 death, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
The COVID killed him. He couldn't breathe because of the COVID.
Of course it was. It was his fucking chest problems. It had nothing to do with the name.
Even though, like, the autopsy said, like, mechanical respiratory failure, like, that means somebody mechanically held you shut so you couldn't breathe.
He was dying anyway.
I can't hear you. just kidding.
Hey, what's it called? Random and James, is it needed to start right now, or can we wait just a little bit for the for my stream?
Whatever.
Okay. I'm gonna go take care of some shit, and I'll probably be back in like a half an hour, and then we'll start.
Okay, see you in an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I'll be back soon.
Oh, shit. Oh. So, how many... We gotta count how many flashbangs go off in Seattle tonight.
gotta take a drink of Fireball every time a flashbang goes off.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Let's see. Phantom Reads in YouTube chat says, within the state of YouTube's policies, I can agree about 2016 being the beginning of them going downhill. They took the North Korea route.
Yeah, there's a lot of YouTube creators from that time that were pretty edgy and cool, and you just never knew about them because shit. Commentary blew up, and nobody was really searching for stuff. They all found their commentator that they liked, and they just stuck with them.
Not everyone can be Sargon of Akkad. I was actually meaning to ask you guys in the UK, or I guess, Random, you said you're in Scotland, right?
Yeah, Random's in Scotland. I'm in Wales.
You're in Wales. What did you think of the whole Sargon running for UKIP and all that shit?
Honestly, I sound like a dick now. I have no fucking interest in politics.
Oh, that's fine.
In the UK, anyway. I don't fucking vote. Honestly, the reason I don't vote is because I don't know enough about it to make an informed decision, so I'd just be guessing. So I know very little about UK politics, if I'm honest.
Oh, that's fine.
And I just resign myself to the fact that, they're all going to fuck us over anyway, so just, let it
Fair enough.
Pass me by. Yeah. And,
a Phantom Reads is odd boy. I got you.
Every fucker's corrupt, isn't he? So.
For anyone who can't see what's being...
Yeah, well, a huge thing that ruined it for Sargon was when Farage used it as an excuse to leave UKIP. He said that it became alt-right when Tommy Robinson, Dankula, and Sargon all joined UKIP. Farage kind of jumped the ship, and that allowed them to set up another party that looked less right-wing.
That was fucking hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, they diluted the vote between both, and then Sargon sending that "I wouldn't even rape you" joke to the Karen politician.
Right.
That kind of that completely fucked them and fucked the party as well. So the party's almost been shifted like it's hard right-wing, and it's far from it,
Right.
But it was also a bit of a lark, or they used that as a lark, as a get-out clause to not look stupid after it. But Sargon's still a member of another party. It's like the Freedom of Speech Party. I don't know.
Oh,
He's
please.
So yeah, but his brand is almost toxic now, so nobody will really touch it.
Yeah, he uses too many gamer words.
Yeah, and his earning potential advertisement-wise is nothing. And I think at the end of the day, that's all that people really care about.
Right.
His contact's brilliant. And he even started a new YouTube channel called ACAB Daily. And that was strictly, maybe a little political, but mostly historical. And that was demonetized right away. So once you step outside that kind of annoying the left wing side of it, that's what you do after it. They're just going to shut you down. So it's hard to make money if that's your only source of income.
Jesus Christ, I thought people were cheering on people jumping out of windows. DC, they've got a building, and then there's cheering in another video.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy when you've got lots up, but I mean, this whole situation is just fucking crazy, and then you've got the kids out thinking it's a LARP as well.
Right? All these kids that are out protesting, basically, I think are just bored. Like, A lot of them did show up because they just see the protests and like, oh, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody's been stuck in the house and fed up. And let's face it, very few of them are really at any risk to this fucking disease anyway. But they're all going to bring this home, to older people. I mean, that shit isn't gone yet. And the sheer amount of people is just fucking stupidity. Gone from one extreme to another. It's ironic, it'll kill far more blacks, these cunts just fucking being around each other than ever the police did, but hey ho.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a police station that's short funding, I mean, you've got a few old cruisers kicking around, make sure you put it where the protesters are going to be, crack a window open, oh fuck, there's one burnt, new one.
So did someone say the Seattle curfew went into effect at 8?
I don't know. I was something along those lines.
Oh, actually, it says. Hold on.
Be interesting to see how heavy-handed we get, but I mean, if you look at it, that's very few soldiers holding mark, a lot of people. So even if you start firing, fucking hell, if they're willing to charge you, that's not stopping that amount of people.
Which stream are you talking about there?
Well, it's on my top right, where they've got all the umbrellas and soldiers, but I think it's on your top left.
Oh yeah, Seattle.
I mean, that's a bit of a token force. If the front lot are willing to, well, not die, but get a fucking good bit of hurting from it, they'll overrun that lot in fucking 2 seconds. So, it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Oh, I think Seattle PD might be regretting their life decisions last night.
Yeah. I mean, God forbid if you're a mayor of one of these towns. Nobody's winning.
Wasn't it?
For more links, and I couldn't find anything.
That's fine. We got some good ones up right now. Looks like they caught up to that guy in Chicago that was on the chase.
Well, that's good. I hope he's okay.
Right? Oh, shit.
You know you were driving fast. You know how fast you were going? You alright? You were driving pretty fast there.
65, 63.
Dude, yeah, you know the fucking 94 in Chicago is 55, but nobody drives it. They drive like 80 down.
There's a road like that around the cities where it's like 50 miles per hour, but everyone goes 70 on it.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool because you're like speeding past the trains and stuff.
Nice. See, we have average speed cameras here all over the place, and a photograph of the car instantly gets sent. You get a fine in the post and some points in your license, and that's it.
Hail China and their traffic technology, communist overlord. Best Korea.
I mean, they all shout about China, but the UK has the most CCTV cameras per capita anywhere in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Being free is only an illusion.
They just want to burn everything down and build something new.
Oh, what are they going to build? Taco stands?
You know, I used to have these Lego sets, and I used to build like these cities. And then one day I was like, oh, I'm gonna tear it all down and build something cool. And I tore everything down. And I had no idea what to do with my Lego pieces.
Just gotta rebuild the city, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you rebuild it exactly like it was. You end up missing it, and then you like bring it back, and you're like, I'll never destroy you.
But it might also restart the economy because there's going to be a lot of construction jobs going after this.
Right? Yeah, a lot of window replacing, a lot of car windows.
I'm gonna change my avatar to have a hard hat on it. Construction Brez for Prez.
The only thing is, everybody's insurance is going to go up, whether it's your car, your house, or anything. Because fucking somebody has to pay for this in the end.
Someone in chat is asking, how is Baltimore doing? That's an excellent question. I've had a hard time getting Baltimore feeds lately. Need some links. By the way, anyone on out there listening, just drop a comment if you need a Discord link to drop helpful links to me. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, for anybody who's like watching, we're kind of coordinating through Discord. We got like a little thread where we update links and stuff like that. Sometimes we post clips just to see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting so little coverage in the UK, it's almost like it's suppressed. I mean, I've been watching live feeds
Yeah, we were thinking that too, because after the the curfew and they clear the streets, like the streams go down.
Well, I mean, there was live streams on earlier today that said they were going to be on X amount of time, and I can't even find them on Facebook. So, interesting to say. See, we also have
right now, I can't get any link from Facebook. Sorry to cut you.
No, but I see they can use the copyright laws to stop EU nationals watching some of the stuff from America. But if they're doing it in America as well, there's obviously bots fucking code wording and taking these down. There must also be a fear in some of these platforms that Trump is really going to hammer them home too for being publishers. I mean,
were you going to say for being black then?
No, for being publishers, because that's how they're getting off of this, but they're obviously suppressing things they don't like, and the minute they do that, they're not allowed to have a voice. All they are is a medium for people to put out content. They're not allowed to really choose one side or the other, which they're fucking obviously doing. And I see that, is it Snapchat virtue signaled today that they were going to actively suppress Trump's tweets. But, I mean, that's them obviously playing fucking little games with each other. But they'll crack down on it too, so hopefully that'll be the end of YouTube. Or they'll at least have to be fair.
Can I ask a dumb question? Is virtue signaling, is that when you take like a really holy argument and you try to act like you're like better than every people, or is that the right way to say it?
Yeah, like
it's like moral grandstanding. You're trying to make yourself brilliant by saying how blah this is.
I support black people so much I am better than you, pretty much, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, so when I was a kid, the right and left side to that would be like, a religious person would be virtue signaling for like religion to tell you to not be a sinner and to cast your sins. And then on the Democrat side, it would be like fancy, like tip your pinky out when you eat, or like using social etiquette to be very polite, and like being scolded for kind of having like piggish manners, or like having like just that, like manners, more or less. I feel like the left kind of like bullies down on like cultural appropriations.
They're more prissy, you would say?
Yeah, no elbows on the table, eat with the right fork, that kind of thing. Don't be offensive with your sloppy, humanistic, I don't know, don't snore, I don't know, just stupid shit.
Let's see, Minneapolis and New York we're getting requests for now. Yeah, Baltimore I couldn't find shit.
Yeah, there's literally nothing on the UK side. Then
No riots
again,
yet? Just wait for Seattle there, oh Durden. Seattle is going off.
Baltimore was brought up. There's been plenty of streams I've watched where people like walk through those creepy forests in Baltimore, or like the hidden passageways like underneath old houses and stuff like that. I do think Baltimore's kind of a scary city.
Oh yeah. My DC feed just went down. Shit. I'm not seeing anything live for New York either. Minneapolis, I know, is mostly kumbayaing, so I'm not really concerned about Minneapolis.
I'll fucking teach everyone Christian music, Christian worship. Yeah.
And on the seventh day, George Floyd rose from his grave.
What's so funny back there? What's
From
so
his
funny back there? Ain't shit funny right now.
Ain't shit funny right now.
And the funny thing is, if he does manage to get a fair trial, it'll turn out that George Floyd, the policeman doesn't get done for his murder. He'll probably have died of something else. I don't think anything the policeman did was probably technically illegal under the fucking restraint law.
But why were they restraining if he was unarmed and shit? If he wasn't resisting.
But he was also drunk and being irrational and in the car, and the cops are fucking hard on you because they don't want to hide in, so they'll fucking put your face down, kneel on your back and hold you there, and if it's only one man can hold you like that, so yeah, I mean, because he died,
Dude,
it's not bad
yeah,
on, but
cops get scared, man. They call for backup. I had it one time where like a young cop was trying to talk to me, and you could tell he was really nervous, and he called his lieutenant, and I wasn't even doing anything to make him nervous about nothing. But
yeah,
it's just,
see, it's a very
you
high,
know,
it's a
sometimes
high
people
pressure
can
environment.
intimidate you.
Yeah.
How large of a man are you?
Yeah, and it's like, well, I think that the cops want you to call for backup sometimes because they don't want you to handle something you're not ready for. But I do think sometimes when they come in for that backup, they come in on fire.
Yes, and then they'll provoke you into reacting, and then even if you just try and free yourself, they'll use that as enough to fucking do you anyway. So there's no winning usually. See, our cops aren't really armed over here. We have armed cops, but the normal cops are not. And you can actually have a tussle with them, like.
Yeah, our cops, I think they usually carry like 40mm rifles.
40 Smith & Wesson.
Sometimes they carry a 9, but that's just so they can hold me.
Pepper spray and attention weekday. Always carry.
Oh man.
That'll be about it.
LA looks like it's fun up in the top left now.
And then usually in the back of the squad car, there's a shotgun.
I see, we wouldn't have that at all. And quite often you'd have a policeman on his own. And because our police force fucking virtue signalled, and I mean, 10 years ago in the UK, you had to be a certain height to be a policeman. Now anybody can, so it's full of these little simpy fucking soy boys and women. So quite often, two of them will turn up and they just get fucking marred.
I have seen pictures of UK policemen. It's hilarious.
There was one on Facebook today. I'll see if I can find it. He was trying to climb a spiky fence and he got caught on it. And everybody's laughing, and it's half an hour before anyone lets him down. Fuck, I'll see if I can find it. I think it was in Grangemouth.
Invite to the server. Yeah, one sec. There you go, crazy fast pixel.
Crazy fast pixel. Go to work. Of course, we don't go to work. If you want to go to work, you have to go to work. Don't go to work. I fucking hate that moron.
Hands up. The TVs are over there. Hands up.
I want to start looting around here because I know exactly when I'm gonna go loot. Go and loot.
Or to push us back. They still have the fun stuff that they had yesterday that seemed to work fine keeping us at bay.
Somebody dropped off a pallet full of loot crates next to the protesters. That's not going to be.
Just imagine if when you said loot crates, I was thinking of those ones that they send you every month with nerd shit in it.
Yeah.
I was like, just imagine if you got pallets of stuff on the side of the road and it's just like electronics and Legos, so people stop looting.
Yeah. Yep. Here, guys, here's your free gift bag.
Right. iPhone 11
Thanks for showing
Plus.
up. Here's your umbrella too, by the way. That's
With a
free
pocket
umbrella
pussy
for you.
attached, so you can fuck it.
Pocket pussy umbrella.
Oh, I want to go looting now.
I could start. I could do a new fucking TV right now. Not only that, there'll be good junky discounts as well if you go to the right pubs after this.
Yeah, exactly.
Had my eye on this 4K TV.
25%. I mean, there'll be a lot of free trainers, man. Well, not free, but cheap trainers kicking around the hood just now.
You can get a pair of Jordans for $40.
Yeah.
Be right back. I gotta grab a drink.
Okay.
So James, man, fucking, what are you thinking about this carry-on movement in America? It's almost crazy, isn't it? Especially after the riot.
It is crazy, yeah. The rioting, you mean now, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's no shock that London's going to kick off as well, but this happens just, it's almost statewide as well. It shows you how on edge the whole populace is.
I know, but I mean, if COVID is really spreading the way they say it is, and it's not a big conspiracy, this is going to fucking cripple the place.
Yes, absolutely. After it was nearly fixed and we thought we were going to get the summer fucking free, and now we might be the rest of the year in the house.
So they fucking need to block our borders. We don't have anyone from the States going over, we shouldn't have anyone in. And also, I don't want anyone coming in over the fucking bridge as well, because they're all acting in London now, aren't they? I don't want anyone coming into Wales, because we're a different floor to them, aren't we?
Yeah.
Over the course of 87
in fact, Scotland, see them talking about over
exactly. Yeah.
So that now it has twice the payload to orbit that we started out with. We can land and reuse the first stage of the ferry.
Literally 2 days ago they were going off ahead because your man coming to slow for a fucking few hours. Now they're fucking tens of thousands of them hanging around in London.
Warnings of that nature today.
You're seeing it all over. I see also in New York 2 days ago or 3 days ago the nurses were outside telling everybody to stay home and save lives. Now they're outside fucking applauding protesters to go by in the hundreds. So fucking kind of conflicting messages you're giving here.
We took one of those and ran it for
sorry we haven't been covering your guys'
to get the statistical proof of
riots or
reliability that we
protests or
need.
anything
So
like
it's
that.
that testing
I think
and
we've
lots
just
and
been
lots of analysis
kind of just
that gives
focusing
us
on home,
and NASA
just kind of
the
see
confidence that
what's
follows
going on.
humans.
I just found out about France, I think yesterday.
Yeah, but you have to remember that before COVID, France has been rioting for almost 3 quarters of a year. Just nobody sees it on the news. France has been burning for the last year. Yeah, the yellow
America has not been into France since Trump.
Well, you see, it's a pity because technically America might not exist as it is now, of course, with France helping out against the British. So, yeah, as much as the French get a bad rep for being surrender monkeys, they've also done quite a bit of good in the past.
I agree. I mean, They're here for a reason, and I'm not the type of person to cancel anybody out until I've heard their side of the story. You know? I don't get to interact with a lot of French. The ones that I do are from Canada, and I heard that the French don't like them, so they're not really a good source for me to understand French.
Specific upgrades had
Yeah,
to go
well, the
into
thing
it
is,
to
the
certify Falcon 9
most
for this
French are very direct, and the Canadians are very polite. So I can imagine that two cultures instantly clashing because, well, you know, there's certain niceties that must be prevailed in a polite society, and the French maybe don't. So that'll give you instant respect. But I mean, we don't like the French either. But I'm just saying they did do good in the past. Well, depending on what side you were on.
What people may not know is that Falcon itself
I love Australians just because
and it will do that entirely
like we were 30 years ago.
using algorithms, software, and sensors. And that's particularly important in the case of a time-critical fault, where
I'll not lie, there's not many Canadians who met that I dislike.
And in some cases, Falcon can do this quicker than 0.3 of a second. So
yeah, I met quite a lot, and they all seem to be excellent.
Right there for a sec. We're getting some comm from the crew.
Yeah, I've been to Canada and it was pretty cool.
And so coming up
everybody
shortly, we're going
was
to hear
really
these
nice.
communication checks. Bob and Doug are going to be talking to
but
several
in the same
positions
breath,
down
just
on the
about
ground.
every American
And they're going to be using both
contact with
communication
online or
speakers
Discord
inside of Dragon
It all
and
sound
inside
too.
their
I mean,
suits
some
in
of
a
the
series of
stereotypes you're
communications
given
checks.
from our
We're also
country
going to be doing
don't
these
really
checks
fit
over
at all
different
either.
satellites and ground stations.
I had the opportunity to meet a man from Scotland, and I dove right into racism because I'm really fascinated in other people's prejudice on the other side of the world. And when I tried to talk to him about it, he said the same thing you did, where he feels like the races are united. They just feel divided with England.
Yes. Well, you have the nationalists and the loyalists because you still have people in Scotland that are loyal to the Queen. Usually the hardline Protestants, because I mean, it was only really Irish immigrants coming over to Scotland in the industrial age that really brought in any form of nationalism in Scotland. At that point, unionism was quite strong. In fact, like the football games I go to, we fly the Union Jack, where the other side fly the Irish flag, the tricolour. So that two clash, but that's a Protestant and Catholic
really
thing.
good view
That's been
of
going
the
on since
front
time
lines.
immemorial, really.
Just waiting for
If anyone wants to check that out, someone posted
That's
it
all
in
we'll
the
fight
comments.
about.
Look at it, it's really good.
And it's too
You're
cold
going to
for
be
black
hearing
people.
them talk directly to the core. It's the crew
Or enough
operations
for them to
responsible
be
engineer. That's
important.
essentially the Capcom.
Like,
if
we have
you
a lot of
follow
Pakis
NASA
and
missions in
Indians
the
here,
past.
but
It's a position right here in Hawthorne.
we don't really fall out with them.
SpaceX mission
They kind of
control,
keep
which
to
is
themselves.
just a few feet away from us.
Yeah, he told me, he's like, we don't even really call people by their race or anything. He's like, they're all just dumb. That's
Yeah.
all they are.
And to be honest,
We'll
here,
also hear them do some
the
checkouts
humour
with the launch
and
director
just the average
down there
conversations
at the Cape
are quite
inside
coarse, and usually, you know, you're kind of picking on people. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter what colour you are, people are quite abusive towards you, just generally, actually. A mixture of very polite and fucking flat out abusive. So it doesn't really matter if you're black, it's just what village you come from or anything.
And you'll be hearing those very characteristic beeps.
But you'll not see any
SpaceX Dragon, weak but readable. Dragon. And just to further explain some of those voice protocols that you're going to hear, you might be used to hearing Houston Station or Houston Shuttle or Houston Endeavor back when we were flying those specific shuttles. You're going to hear SpaceX Dragon. That's the SpaceX team calling the Dragon team on orbit. And then Bob and Doug will be able to respond. So they're going to continue to configure. We'll get these ground station checkouts momentarily. And just a reminder, you're going to hear that very unique beeping sound. That's called a quindar, and that's been something that's been used throughout space-to-ground or air-to-ground communications throughout spaceflight history, and that's really just for teams who are in mission control or supporting a launch. Know when you hear that sound, it's time to listen.
Dragon, SpaceX, comm check, ground station.
Dragon has a loud and clear, much better, Jim.
And core, loud and clear. Ground station contract complete. Stand by for TDRS contract. Dragon, SpaceX, check, TDRS.
SpaceX, Dragon, loud and clear.
Core, loud and clear. TDRS check complete. Stand by for checks with MD, LD in the launch configuration.
Dragon, MD on countdown 1, check.
Jason, we've got the loud and clear. How you doing?
Doing great. How you guys doing in there? Stand by for comm checks.
Right now, launch a spaceship.
Agree. And stand by for comm checks over Dragon to ground. Dragon, MD on Dragon to ground. Comm check.
Loud and clear.
MD, loud and clear. Stand by for comm checks with LD.
Dragon, launch director on countdown 1. Comm check.
Mike, we've got you loud and clear. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Let me try on Dragon to ground 1. Dragon, SpaceX launch director on Dragon to ground 1. Comm check.
Loud and clear.
Have you the same?
Dragon, SpaceX, launch configuration contracts are complete. Report when ready for seat rotation for section 2 of 4.100.
We're ready for seat rotation.
Copy, ready for seat rotation. We will report when initiating.
Alright, so that wraps up those communications checks. Everything going good with the spacecraft. Bob and Doug talking to the teams on the ground. Pretty soon they're going to get their seats rotated. Bringing you back inside Hawthorne real quick, I do want to thank Jessica and Lars for joining me real quick, giving us that great insight into Dragon and Falcon 9. Hope you guys got a good spot staked out to watch a launch today. Great to have you on.
Absolutely.
All right.
Excited.
So we're going to throw it now down to Gary Jordan at Mission Control Houston, who I know is also following along. Over to you, Gary.
Thanks, Dan. Great to hear good checks from Bob and Doug in the Dragon vehicle. Here at Mission Control Houston, Flight Director Zeb Scoville has pulled space station flight controllers, and all systems are go for launch. Essentially, the station is prepared for Dragon to arrive 19 hours after launch. Flight controllers here will continue to monitor the countdown, but really
if you provide everybody with free food and free water and let them go and see what happens.
We want to hear your
It's
comments
amazing.
as we continue the countdown.
You get like a new breed of social characters. You get a whole new behavior. It's different.
Thanks, Gary. So taking a quick
the need for breeding for survival for the colony cuts down, so the rats become more degenerate. It's fucking, the whole idea.
Did you notice the cucking that happens too? I thought that was probably the most interesting thing because it is very related to our society as we're getting more populated or like
illegal. Everyone is
being
putting up their
reprogrammed to be
umbrellas
cucked.
because more
Yes, I think there's
National
definitely a
Guard
percentage
have
because
come to the front
as your
line
needs are
to
provided
replace
for.
the police officers.
And then of course modern feminism and the likes is hammering a lot of your stronger alpha male characteristics. So
Now you're getting into some real anti-Semitic conspiracy theories here, I gotta say.
They're putting on
Well,
gas
I don't mean that
masks.
at all, but I mean,
No,
men are
we
being
were talking about
castrated.
rat utopia. We were just taking some things that happened in rat utopia and we were relating them to what's happening with us as we're getting overpopulated.
Just kidding. I am trying to use the comedy tag in my show so I don't get like struck down as much as normal people would.
Yeah, and we were just making fillers because you were busy, so.
Hey, until Salt, until you get reprogrammed by the Illuminati, we're good.
They can try. I've done my fair share of acid.
Oh, really?
They're saying don't throw
Oh,
anything
really?
at the police, or they will
What?
take action.
After this is all done, me and you need to do like a like
Said
instead of all
get
these
everything
screens
under control and do it now.
chaos, we put up like the
I don't see
the
anyone
different
throwing
schisms,
anything.
and then we'll talk about like the other side.
Maybe off stream.
Dude, people search for that shit. People
Police
want to
just
know
keep
like what
repeating that they would
happens
like to
and what are
keep
your
it
stories
peaceful,
afterward.
but that if anything
Well,
is
I
thrown,
can tell you, like, I
they'll
mean,
be
the
forced to engage.
I guess the only real fun thing that has ever I seen shadow people in the corner of my eyes. That was fun.
This is a warning.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. I know what you mean. Did you see any geometry?
They said if anything is thrown,
I mean, fractals and stuff, you know, like, I guess we have a,
Yeah. Did you get pulled in, or were you like looped into it?
I would like to note
was I, did you ask if I was tricked into it?
because
Like
they
it
were
runs a
switching to
loop
tear
and you
gas
have to wait for it to finish?
and nothing had been thrown at that point.
I guess I'm unsure what you're asking me about.
The police
Do you
changed
remember
to
that
masks,
scene?
Do you
when you were a
know
kid?
Mandelbrot?
putting up their umbrellas.
He was a mathematician, and he does these fractal zooms that are really stupendous, but they're all like, it's
They
an
are all
attempt to
switching
explain a
masks.
statical glitch that happens when we use electrons, and he found the destruction pattern so that we're
I
able
don't
to
see
patch
a single
data,
officer
so
without
that
a
me and you
mask
can
at this
patch
point.
data and talk to each other.
Huh.
And it's a chaos glitch, but he has the math, and you'll know it when you see it. But you can zoom into it forever. It's like like one of those infinite fractal pattern kind of things.
Interesting.
So yeah, there's a bunch of YouTube videos where it's like the most intense visual of Mandelbrot, blah blah blah, 1,000 million times, blah blah blah, zooming in,
Police have
and you
stated
just
they
watch
would
it
like
forever.
it to
But
be
it
a
looks
safe
like a psychedelic.
demonstration
It's
for
like a
all
psychedelic,
involved
you know.
to not throw any bottles or anything.
I was just wondering if you had to see one for a long time, like, or was it just
It is still
a
unclear why they switched
filter
to gas
on
masks
reality that showed you the fractal?
because nothing was
I'm
being
still
thrown,
unsure at this moment.
but they all decided
Really,
to
it
switch
was
to
that
gas
like
masks.
it's
And now everybody has their umbrellas.
is it because it was
No,
like
no, no.
illegal,
Like,
or-
to answer your question, I'm still unsure about that at this moment.
So the shadow people, did they know? Did they see?
The police are
Well,
asking them to
I mean, they were always just in the corners, you know, it's like they disappear if I were to actually look at them.
I don't think that's a
But
fair
nothing
ask,
that you saw
considering
was aware
all of
that
the officers
you were with.
geared up in gas masks.
I mean, I don't know if they were aware or not
And people have their
that I
umbrellas
was
up
with them.
because
I don't know if they were aware of me. I don't know
they are
if I was
to create a
even
barrier
seeing
for
what I was
wildfires.
seeing, I guess. That was some really good stuff, by the way.
Yeah. Dude, I just get I just got a little scared because like I saw what you saw, but like it saw me and then like it got.
That could be one explanation why it disappears, but I mean, I don't know. They're drugs. I don't really think too much about the entities I see while I'm tripping nuts.
They're asking everyone to lower their umbrellas, which protect against the gas. And they're claiming
Were either James or Random, were you guys gonna say
that
anything?
they can see that the crowd is still peaceful. Holding an
James
umbrella
vapes
to protect
DMT
yourself
boys
does
is
not
what
mean
I'm
that you are.
I had some crap quality stuff once of that. I didn't see interdimensional beings, but I could swear I could see between universes.
Yeah, for sure. So can we talk about it? Because I did, and it bothers me. Like I saw stuff that
I'm
really
worried
bothered
that they are going to shoot
Such
tear
as?
gas just because people have umbrellas up,
the Matrix, kinda. Like
which they have had all day.
it was like mechanical and like satanic too.
Huh.
It was bad. And so hold on, I'm waiting because I want to move to a different room before I talk to it or talk about. But yeah, dude. So I had a total interaction with something, and after that, like, it's it all checks out. Like, it's all real stuff. Like, I've never been interested in this stuff before, but what I was shown is real. Like, they were real people.
Huh.
Here's how. Let me see a thing. So, you know, like Egypt. I didn't really know anything about it. But, like,
Hold on, I just clicked on Random's video he sent a little bit ago. It's loading.
What you call black?
That is literally the respect that Bobby's get shown. I mean, in the States here, which would be similar to your American poor black projects, but here it'll be white, poor, working class.
Right.
And the kids are literally burning round and round in circles on little motorbikes around them, fucking shouting and yelling at them, but the cops can't do anything. There's fucking maybe 60 of the little shits.
Right.
Maybe like 8-year-old to 14, but I mean, what are you going to do? If you wade into them, they'll fucking tear you apart. They're little animals, you know? But I mean, that's just a good example. But you can see there also the type of policeman he is. I mean, if you had a bit of authority about him and a bit of demand, he could have been out there no fucking problem, or he could have ripped his fucking arse off and fucking stormed off.
Uh-huh.
He sat there like a simp and almost smiled about it while he wiggled about like a fanny, and then got rescued by fucking women. And he thinks that's acceptable. You see, well, that's half the problem, I think, even of men. Is, I mean, even thinking that that behaviour is allowable, and to be an authority figure like that, I mean, that's fucking laughable. You're not going to turn up and tell anyone to do something. The thing is, our police rely on authority because they don't have any weapons. So, I mean, what the fuck are you going to do? It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, in America, they're killing them. Here, they're writing about them, but our police are the softest they've ever been. They're very community related. They're very talk related. They try their best. They wear fucking rainbow fucking flags and epaulets. They do everything they can to appease everybody, and they still get shit. They can't do
The
anything.
police are just asking them not to throw anything.
And of course, they're already severely underfunded. There's no money for them. There's less and less of them. And the ones that are there are all minorities or females or fucking gay males.
I would ask
So you're
that
slowly
the police
watering
not
down
put
them
on
as
their
well.
gas
And then a riot kicks off. And you're like,
scare
what the
everyone
fuck?
into think that they're going into thinking
When
that
I was
they're going
like,
to gas them.
when I was a
When
kid,
nothing
policeman,
happened,
into
it was
that.
peaceful, and they just
if you were
decided
naughty,
to
you
use
got
their
like-
gas
bounced.
masks. I mean,
It
that
seems
sends a
weird
message
that
to
like
the crowd.
it's only in these targeted cities, and I know there are cities that should have been ripped apart, and they're doing fine. Like, you know, like Flint, Michigan's been known for like being a really bad, rough area, and they're completely peaceful. And the only thing I can think is maybe they've worked on this for a while, and they've tried to redo their cop structure to like build more of a community and where they can kind of respect the police. Maybe, I'm not sure, but like, it's really weird that a place
Again.
like Gary, Indiana, isn't going
Crowd is
crazy
saying
because
hands
that
up,
place
don't
is
shoot.
crazy.
Yeah, but you'll also find that that areas now are probably very high percentage of black officers and people that are known, and that makes the difference.
Yes, you.
Well, I think for some people they get mad because cops don't live in the cities they protect, so they feel like there's sometimes this dislocation between cop and city, and the person who lives in the city feels like you don't even. What are you, a cop? You don't even live here. You're not here when I need you. I don't know,
Trebek's
maybe
asking,
something.
Trebek's asking if you want to play Jackbox.
Right, we better shoot off and keep them happy then.
Yeah, we
he's
can.
not quite.
Unless
He's not
my
quite ready. We
eyes
said to
are
ask Salt if he wants to play.
I saw them put on their gas masks first.
What's
and
that?
Everybody
Busy
freaked
fucking
out and
showing the world about riots.
and then like one or two guys got mad and threw a water bottle.
We could
but
throw
I
his
don't know if it actually
his
crossed
screen
the
up in the bottom right.
It looked like someone stopped them in midair and it ended up going into the protest somewhere else.
Yeah, put them on the wee
There
simple
were people that did that. I don't see it over the barriers. I'm assuming it didn't make it over.
This idiot is actually
It doesn't look like he's online though.
he's actually calling boxes. What the
Anti just sent me a DC link, but it just keeps on loading. It looks like it's down. Bunch of F's in chat.
They literally said, show us you're peaceful by putting down your protection while we gas you, essentially.
And LA is now not live. Damn.
Yeah, 4chan was really like, I guess just upset that there's no action, and they've resorted to just trolling each other again to try to like just get a rise on the forums because there's no action on the news.
Huh.
Well, that's the thing is now you're getting people that's trying to agitate the real protesters. A lot of them are biting back, going, well, fuck off, we're trying to just make a noise here. You guys are trying to tip over the building, set fire to shit, so there's more of that too happening.
Yeah, everybody's an influencer now.
Well, you see, that's the thing, and you don't know. And then all it takes is, I mean, if you're a 19-year-old kid, you think it's fucking fun, and you've got a balaclava on, and you think, fuck it, why not? But you're running the risk of being lynched in some of these mobs if you pull the wrong move, you know. But I feel that this will only add to the entitlement of an already entitled race that fucking has got very little to shout about. So the black card just got a bit stronger. And of course we're seeing now is nothing but white guilt tripping and self-flagellation from all the fucking gated community, white Liberace.
For the time being, I'm not gonna pay attention to the
I mean, the sheer
specific
number of women
comments
that's involved
in the
in these
feed. I'm
protests
gonna
is
get down low
like,
so that I can
these are
see the
somebody's
full
daughters.
frame from my window and
Fucking no
make
parent,
sure
but
that
I
I
mean,
can update
a lot of these kids are certainly no
voice
more than
on the live
teenagers.
chat
It's like, I mean,
if I
these
see
parents should
anything.
know where their fucking kids are. But a lot of these lefty mothers are encouraging this
That'll
shit.
be better than
They all have
typing
kids when
at
they're
the
14,
computer.
lived
So
off the state,
don't think I'm ignoring you.
Kids are
If you
lawless,
tag me and
and
ask
they
me a
might be
question,
out there with
I'm
them.
just trying to watch and make sure I see everything.
I completely 100% agree with what you're saying.
And then they've grown up with absolutely no consequence, no fear of, like, you know, there's no fear of violence they've ever had. So I seen it there. One of the clips today showed they were throwing things at a car, and the guy turned around and he came out with like a Wolverine sword strapped to his wrist, with two blades coming to the other side, and they're all screeching and calling for the police. And it's like, you're writing against the police. Then the minute you annoy somebody enough to react, you're shouting for the police's help. It's like you don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, do you guys remember, I think it was a Brothers Grimm fairy tale about like the Pied Piper, and like he led the
Yes.
rats through the city, and then he came back because they wouldn't pay him. So then he came back and he took the children. This is kind of like a Pied Piper moment.
Yes, it very is.
In a metaphorical kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
But that whole thing with that whole tale is very metaphorical in the whole idea, and this is it. It's the children are being led, and whether it's social media or whatever that's driving them along, it's exactly true. Of course, who's behind it or not? Of course, there's still a chance that state
They are
government
chanting,
is
"We
deep
are
inside
peaceful."
a lot of these fucking groups, and
For anyone
I
who
don't know,
can't hear,
creating
it's
a
kind
lot
of
of this for
quiet right now.
whatever reason. I mean, a lot of this is going to help fucking Trump out. The Dems are already on the back foot. This shit's going to backfire. So, you can't rule out the fact that there's not state agents. It's not behind a lot of this, encouraging it, as well as your Antifas, your Black Lives Matter, and your trolls and the like.
Well, yeah, I made like a bullshit comment when this first started about how like the police weren't responding well to it, and I was like, well, maybe they're just trying to show that it's difficult so they get more funding to buy their X amount of supplies that they need to protect themselves. It'd be a way to write a grant to the federal government to get a whole bunch of spending to open up to your city to fight a situation, because once a situation is declared,
It
then
looks like
it's like
someone dropped
something,
their
right?
umbrella over the
It's not
barricade.
real until
There's
it
a lot
happens.
of smushed together right there.
But
And
They
then
definitely did
the
throw a
original reaction had to be
barricade.
like,
The barricade. They dropped it.
people are
And
fucking
it's too far
enraged
away.
because of
Now. They're not going to be able to
brutality.
pick that
So
up.
if you wade in with the batons and the shields right away, you're going to get, well, you go, you're going to agitate it further. So I think it's now where the normies have all had enough of it, that the police are finally able to crack down and concentrate, like, fuck it, that's enough. Send in the law.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're just protecting their investment. It's like the bank coming in and reviewing the company and saying, like, okay, yeah, your loan's approved.
It's just... And you've got all these blue checkmark people on Twitter shouting about how brilliant this is, and burn down the system, and it's like, it's just fucking ridiculous. It's just...
Right.
And the timing and the cost is just...
Couldn't be worse.
I know. It's like, what the fuck, we were already going to be hurting after the cost of this, and now, well... I mean, if you live in one of these cities and the restrictions lift and you have some money, I think you just move to somewhere less volatile.
Right.
You know, if you're normal,
yeah,
if you've got fucking kids or anything. Not only that, if any of these districts, if you've got any property, that shit's worth fuck all now. Nobody wants to live there. Might be worth money 10 years down the line after they gentrify the place, but right now...
Like the projects.
Yeah.
Section 8.
Section 8.
It's crazy. Like, before all this happened, I was trying to research how to, like, make my own power, like, have my own water, like, do my own, like...
I can make a generator out of a washing machine.
Yeah, I saw that. He made, like a turbine. And he had it running for, like, I think he said, like, 16 years straight or something. It was really cool. But, yeah, I was thinking, like, wind is possible, or just get, like, some solar. And then, yeah, there's even, like, portable generators you can just throw in a stream, and you can get power off of it.
Yeah, and
Kinda
with
cool.
YouTube now,
And then you
they're
just gotta
talking
get, you know,
how
like,
to
decent
do
batteries to bank the energy, and then, bam, you know, live minimalistically.
Yeah. Start growing your own food, start minimizing your
More
need
police
for
are joining.
mixing with... Yeah, definitely, but I think great upsurge on these people on YouTube streaming for that, like people living in the wilderness, or whether it's Canada or maybe further north, or even Russia, building log cabins and shit.
I'd love to live in a log cabin.
I know. Well, actually, there's quite a good lad. Well, he's an English lad, but he's in Wales. He's called Chris Arbour. He's built like a roundhouse and everything there. He's quite interesting. He's also prototyped different types of hydropower, run like a small milling outfit and that.
Yeah, those roundhouse, the yurts are really cool.
Yeah, well, what he did was it's built with that like wattle and daub and logs, but horizontal, well, not long ways, they're short ways. And then on top, it's a circular of logs that go round in a circle, leaving a big hole at the top that's got glass in it. It's quite interesting.
2 cops shot in New York, says O'Durden.
Oh man, fucking see, and New York will be a tasty city too. There'll be a lot of cunts there with guns.
Trying to find a New York stream. Periscope, come on, Periscope. Well, Fox 5 New York is playing old shit.
Someone on the
Yeah, a
megaphone
lot of
is
them are
trying
quite
to speak,
funky.
but I
They're
can't
running
hear
loops
them.
and that. It's hard to tell it's not live because the live tag is still up.
Need some links, homie. Need some links. Oh, but at least we NBC New York's still playing the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. We need that quality talk show entertainment right now. That's all we need. New York City scanner on Twitter? Okay, hold on.
I mean, yeah, we could find police scanners. I just didn't think that they would
I'm
be as
seeing the
hard
hashtag,
hitting as, you know.
but not a link.
I can maybe bring one up on Seattle.
Or are they just, are he talking about just tweets pretty much? Are they tweeting with New York City scanner? 18 minutes ago, 2 officers shot at Church Avenue and Flashbang and Avenue in Brooklyn. Flatbush Avenue, sorry. And then update, it appears that one NYPD officer was shot and a second officer was stabbed. One suspect was shot as well.
Where was that at?
New York City. All right, I'll keep that Twitter feed up because they just basically tweet the. But yeah, is there a New York City police scanner live?
Well, let me check. Okay. So the website Broadcastify has police scanners.
I just found it.
I'll send you a link.
What up?
Not much.
That Los Angeles shit looks cool with all the fucking lights. I thought it was Denver for a second, but dude, the Seattle troops are fucking getting thicker.
I am not downloading Flash Player to play it though. I refuse.
We're wondering if it might give us a little extra dimension to it.
Hey, Random and James.
Yo.
I should be ready in about 5 minutes or so.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right.
Are we playing?
Be back, bitches. If you want to play, yeah, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna make it though to where you have to have your Twitch logged in. So if you guys want to tell them how to do that, I'll be back.
The audience, or is that what he meant?
What are you guys gonna play?
Jackbox.tv. You got a laptop, or go on that website, and then if you have a Twitch login, yeah. That's always a good time.
So you have massive crowds in Denver as well then. Los Angeles has seen a lot of looting.
Social media platform. Oh, when I log into Twitch, I'll check they're just chatting. Sometimes they have people that are just taking live streams there.
I never changed my Twitch to just chatting. Good, yeah. Let me do that.
Right now they're saying the world is watching.
Starting to get dark in Seattle. Oh boy. Hold the umbrella line. Hold.
Tim, you'd get a good deal if you're out there selling umbrellas at $20 each.
Yes, Slick Six. We were discussing the Jackbox game.
That's gonna be an umbrella seller.
Yeah. Or there'll be a lot of free ones after it if you're willing to go around and pick them all fucking up.
I guess tear gas is being deployed in New Orleans.
Yes.
They've already looted the fucking umbrellas anyway, so it's a big markup on them wherever they sell them for.
Yeah.
You can take the boy out of Harlem, but you can't take Harlem out of the boy.
Fox 5 Atlanta on Twitter is source. Okay, I got Fox 5 Atlanta's Twitter feed up. Did the boyfriend Seattle feed glitch out? Video interrupted. Come on, boyfriend, why is your shit? Oh, now it's Denver up in Los Angeles. Fuck me.
There's a Facebook link there, and they're talking about East Village. Not sure where that is. That's New York. But they're just starting to throw shit at the cops here.
Upper left Seattle Falls.
Yes, they've got a hold of a police car, and well, that's fucked.
Where is that now?
Let's see, I don't know. It says East Village, SLC, downtown SLC. Oh, and the cops
Salt Lake
are
City.
charging them off. Ah, Salt Lake City, yeah.
Oh, looks like Jessica Frost went down.
Yeah, that's Facebook Live. One I put in the Discord there just a minute ago. Yeah, tear gas is out.
Oh, sorry, Jessica Frost.
That's like a fucking 13-year-old kid kicking in the windows there. It's just ridiculous. I noticed because there's a lot of skateboarders involved, and also all these bikes they have all over town now have just been basically used to fucking break open windows.
Oh my. That is Salt Lake City, holy shit. Holy fuck.
That bottom left one makes me feel a bit uncomfortable because it looks like a freaking like meeting, mosque meeting, you know, where they're doing turkey and things in the mornings.
Yeah.
Alright, I found Jessica Frost's feed again, thank Christ. Oh man. Which one should I get rid of?
Yes, I love that National Guard when you start throwing in tear gas.
Well, I think the LA one.
And of course, they've all been watching YouTube videos on how the Hong Kong protesters do it. They put a cone over it and then pour water into it. But it kind of dilutes the actual protest in Hong Kong, like this going off in any form of solidarity outside of actual protest. Brave or really fucking stupid to stand up in front of a line of cops with pickaxe handles that says ACAB on it. I mean, fair play to you, like, it's like, you know, what kind of ideological step in your head that you don't think at the very least you're going to get a fucking bang on the head, probably at the most likely to end up in the back of a riot van at the end of the day. I mean, if you start throwing fireworks at police, they're bound to start shooting back. There must be a limit of engagement that they can start returning fire, even whether it's the rubber bullets or something.
Oh my god.
Crowd. But there are many roads that you cannot see on my screen.
I think Omari, a live stream in the crowd right now.
Alright. Everything is as it should be now. Salt Lake is getting nasty as fuck right now. That's the kind of quality shit posting I've been waiting for. Oh my Christ, that line of... Is that cops charging right there? Holy shit!
Yeah.
You just can't see it from my so definitely look at someone looking
Had a few friends that's been involved with riots, and a lot of them said that the police used to love it. We would be standing in front of them and they're holding their batons and almost snapping it because they're just ready to start fucking laying on. Because they have a massive amount of anonymity as well. They've got their face stuff and everything. Nobody knows who they are, so they get into it as well too.
Ninja Scud says, looks good, quality stream. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just saying they always did, yeah. The Mormons, they always joke similar to how Trump did, was just put the young ones to the front, they enjoy it.
You notice the guy that's shirtless that's chucking rocks at the window? Like, he's got tattoos on his chest that are massively identifiable.
Yes, of course, they don't wear that, and every one of these will get caught and they'll get hammered by the law for it too. And it's like, what the fuck for? You silly cunt. Just pretty much ruined the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And see the number of upper class ones getting done. There's lawyers. Did one woman not throw a Molotov cocktail inside a cop van, but it didn't go off? Yeah. And there was another where there was two lawyers drove X amount of miles